This episode brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Shifting a little money here, a little there, and hoping it all works out? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can get a better budgeter and potentially lower your insurance bill too. You tell Progressive what you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll help find you options within your budget. Try it today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
This is a PSA, or public sock announcement. Experts have declared Bombas socks as the best way to warm up chilly feet. These pairs are super cushy, soft, and designed for maximum coziness. Plus, for every pair purchased, another pair will be donated, so someone in need of essential clothing can stay warm this winter. Go to bombas.com/listen and use code LISTEN for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com/listen and use code LISTEN at checkout.
It's the Bob and Tom Show.
B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. All we need is a 10 and a 5 or a car and a key and a sober driver. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. A couple of frat guys from Abilene drove out all night to see Robert Earl Keen at the K-Pig Swine and Soiree dance. They wore baseball caps and khaki pants. They wanted cigarettes, so to save a little money, they got one from this hippie that smelled kind of funny. And the next thing they knew, they were both really hungry and pretty thirsty, too. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. All we need is a 10 and a 5 or a car and a key and a sober driver. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. Found a store with the sign, said their beer was coldest, so they sent in Brad, cause he looked the oldest. He got a case of beer and a candy bar, walked over to where all them registers are, laid his fake ID on the countertop. The clerk looked, he turned, he looked back up, he stopped, he said, "Son, I'm not gonna call the cops, but I'm gonna have to keep this card." The guys both took it pretty hard. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. Oh, how happy we would be had we only brought a better fake ID on this B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. They found this other old hippie named Sleepy John. He claimed to be the one from the Robert Earl Keen song, so they gave him all their cash. He bought him some brew. It was a beautiful day out in Santa Cruz. They were feeling so good it should have been a crime. The crowd was cool and the band was prime. They made it back up front to their seats just in time so they could sing with all their friends. They say the road goes on forever and the party never ends. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. All we need is a 10 and a 5 or a car and a key and a sober driver. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. Yeah.
Live from downtown Dayton, Ohio for WTUE's Happy Birthday. Woo! It's the Bob and Tom. Holy hell. Good Lord.
There aren't this many people alive in Ohio except at a meth lab.
Wow. That's a good way to start.
That's from fellow Ohioan Tom Griswold.
Nice to see you. Thanks for getting up early, everybody. Wow.
Holy heck.
The handsome group. Except for the guy.
Yeah, the back guy. I know who you're talking about.
Unbelievable.
He's handsome in his own way, Tom. Be nice.
It's hard to look at.
Yeah. Backside up.
Aren't you guys glad you came here to be insulted?
We're just
Welcome
insulting the one guy.
Our world.
So sorry. Do you want to do the proper intros?
Huh? Oh, hi, Tom Griswold.
Hey, Chick McGee.
Here's Chick. I'm Chick McGee. There's Christy Lee. Be safe with me today, please. There's Josh Arnold.
Hey, Chick.
Willie Griswold is here. And his
morning.
fabulous Ellie De La Cruz, Cincinnati Reds jersey.
Come on. I'm pandering. Let's go.
Let's go. I'm Chick, and here, right back to Tom.
We got a lot of letters to get to today because we have some interesting things we got talking.
Not a lot going on in sports this morning. Major League Baseball just gearing up after the All-Star break. Summer League and the NBA. Of course, no NFL yet. No training camps. However,
no Americans still playing at Wimbledon.
However, yes.
Just a bunch of foreigners that have names you can't pronounce that all sound like they're dirty words.
Anyway.
Vagina Klitzlight.
Okay.
Oh,
I told you it's Kleitzlight.
Oh, sorry.
Please.
Big news out of the sports world this morning is that Phillip Rivers is having another baby.
No.
If you're keeping track at home, that's 10.
Yikes.
Yes, 10. The 10th is on the way, and everyone's hoping for a boy.
Why, do they have a lot of girls already?
Seven girls, 2 boys so far.
All right.
Number 10 on the way.
All
Right, okay. And he's fully retired, right? He's not going to make a comeback.
You're going to have to pay for that baby.
You can speculate all you want. He's coaching at a high school where one of his sons is getting ready to play quarterback.
Oh, cool.
Isn't that nice?
See, that just sounds unfair. It sounds like his dad is just giving him opportunities. Tell him, Dad. What do you think about it, right?
Kind of weirdo nepotism.
A Nepo baby.
Right?
Another Nepo baby.
There has to be a... You're telling me in all the United States there's not a kid that can play quarterback at that high... Oh, hey, Willie.
Oh.
How's it going? Anyway.
Well, that actually kind of reminds me of something. We have an interesting thing here. Anyone here currently breastfeeding?
Right here. Oh,
I mean,
I wish. You mean actually
are there any ladies
providing
actually?
the lactate?
Yes, yeah, I don't mean any men here. Did you see? This is an interesting news story for those
I'll
of you.
bet it's not, but go ahead.
Scientists have found evidence that breastfeeding may be linked to better academic exam results later in life for the child.
Really?
Yeah, for the mom, it really didn't make any difference.
I think, and believe me, Tom might back me up on this. I think our generation will be revealed as we're only finding out how extensively we were harmed by not being breastfed.
Yeah, in the 50s.
Thank you, Duke. I know, mentally, physically, it's a whole deal. Yeah.
No, it was considered low class.
Yep.
Wow.
And the industry that made the formula pumped it out there, telling people, "Hey, you don't want to breastfeed your kid unless you're some kind of hillbilly." So there was finally a backlash, but as
Research
often said, I was breastfed on falsies.
Oh boy, yeah, that's.
And I know you've said it would be your worst nightmare if you found out that you were in
That's
fact.
the only thing keeping me out of it. I'm a day and a half and a car ride from a nice facility as it is. Had I been breastfed,
Yeah.
good God.
Researchers from the University of Oxford analyzed a large group of children, looked at the results of their secondary education standardized examinations. What they found was that there was a modest improvement in test scores associated with being breastfed.
Now, Josh, you were breastfed until you were what, 7? What was
That's right. Yes. And I was in diapers until 11.
Kind of embarrassing.
Haven't we
breastfed in the first grade?
Haven't we all heard the story about the kid who's breastfed until he looks up and says more or something?
Can walk up and pull the shirt down.
Yeah.
Oh,
that whole thing.
I-
That seems like too much.
Mom, I've got to go take my driver's test. It's a little embarrassing.
Yeah.
I did great in my SATs. He's got the boob milk mustache. By applause, how many people here were breastfed that they know of? Anybody here?
I believe I was, yeah.
We got a guy here who's breastfed raising his hand on a radio show, so I don't know
It's
if
early.
if I was right with the intelligence or not.
Yeah, are you talking about me?
No, this guy right here.
'Cause I also spoke words when I raised my hand.
No, calm down. I was
Willie
talking
was
about
laughing
this
and
guy.
pointing at me.
Well, everybody's going to do that anyway.
Now, is it too personal a question to ask, Christy? This is a two-parter. Part 1, were you breastfed as a baby?
I was not.
Okay. And part 2, as the mother of 2,
I tried.
and...
Well, the first time, you'll recall, Chick and I got into a big fight about it because I didn't last very long.
No, and because as
Here we go.
we're learning with Josh Arnold, everything we say on the show is serious. So
I was.
here we go. Here he goes. Here he goes. And I told Christy, I think people who can't breastfeed are selfish.
Yes.
And she hit the roof.
Yeah. But anyway, the second one I did for about 6-8 weeks, something like that.
Isn't
Not
that a
long
good
time.
thing? Doesn't it just destroy your nipples?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hurts like
We'll come back with them. because we do have the video cameras going. Can we get it?
It does come very naturally.
Are there guys who are into mangled nipples?
100%. Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh, there are. Yeah, you bet.
Your son's into mangled nipples,
There's a
Tom.
nice community. You can come to the meetings. There's an online messaging board. It's a nice place.
A wise man named Chick McGee once told me, anything you can think of, there now is a group chat on it. Anything. Nipple size, nipple color, nipple shape, nipple mangled, whatever, the nipple taste probably. So I'm sorry.
They bounce back. It's not like they stay that way.
We'll come back. We'll come back with that shot again. We're getting our camera people ready. Now, so you breastfed your second daughter,
Who ended up straight A's all through school, graduated early.
thus proving this point from the Associated Press.
Sorry, Ava.
Oh, jeez.
Wow. I wonder if there's the percentage of children who are breastfed longer, like until they're 5 or 6, if there's also a correlation with being homeschooled.
Oh, that's probably true.
I bet there is.
I bet there is, too.
You know, that kind of wacky.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to have your mom go to kindergarten with you for lunch breaks.
Well, coming up, we have a bunch of letters. Big topic from yesterday's show I want to pick up again, which was, what do they call it? Sleep divorce?
Sleep divorce,
Explain
yes.
what that is.
Sleep divorce is when you and your spouse decide to sleep in other rooms because obviously one of you is having trouble with the other and sleeping. So
Now, I do know for a fact that Duke Tumatoe and his wife are not sleeping in their own room together because you have a large oak tree in it?
Oh, it was a large pine tree.
Oh, that sounds beautiful.
10-ton pine tree fell
I
on
bet
the
it
house,
smells
yeah.
good, though.
Well, not really. It did till they took the tree out.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're okay now? Everybody's okay?
We are, yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
good. Yeah, but it's interesting how many people don't sleep with their partner, whatever you want to call it, for various reasons. And sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Now, Christy, I don't want to get too personal here, but at present, you are not sleeping with your brand new husband.
No, because I'm in Dayton and he's at home.
That's a cheap excuse. The reality is you have two separate residences.
Correct.
So not only are you in different beds, I mean, this is...
Well, this is just temporary. It's not forever.
You keep telling yourself that.
Yes, Chief.
Do you find it good to have the separate space?
I enjoy I enjoy having the bed with the dogs every now and then.
With the dogs?
Yeah, the dogs sleep in the bed with me.
Okay. How does he feel about that?
He does not like that.
Okay,
I don't want to get too personal, but did you breastfeed both your dogs? Or
well,
nicely done, Josh.
we do have the band
And
here
there's
with
a
us.
website for that.
Yeah, probably.
You know there is.
No.
Yes.
Coming up, we are at the Hub in the heart of Dayton, Ohio.
And this is called the Tank?
Oh, the Tank? Okay. And
No, it's not the Hub.
Oh, it's the Tank?
I called it the Bank all day yesterday, and evidently it's the Tank.
It's the
And you
Tank.
called it the Hub?
Well, there is a hub out there, but it's...
That's what the sign said in Jeff. Look, I just got here, okay? I've been driving for 3 hours. I want to say hello to my fellow truckers. We have some great...
He texted me yesterday. He goes, how long did it take you to get... I don't know.
he also thinks he's a trucker. Your fellow trucker.
I think it's I would refer to my vehicle as a small rig.
I said, I don't know, a couple hours, hour 45. He goes, thank you. And then this morning, evidently your GPS failed you.
I took the Great Circle route tour.
I
crossed some river twice. Was I supposed to do that?
The GPS is only as smart as the person while paying attention to the GPS.
And it's mad at me. It won't talk to me anymore.
I don't blame it. I don't blame it at all.
I'd stop talking because I have to stare at it. In any event, here we are. Coming in this morning, it'll be our good friend, comedian Roy Wood Jr. will be joining us. But right now, for some interstitial music, can we have Duke Tumatoe and the Power Trio play a little something so we can...
Would you not ever say interstitial ever again? Background music. Instrumental music.
You're going to do a little bit of commercial music for us, Duke.
1, 2.
I've got a tree in my backyard that fell into my...
Call Angie.
That's what I was waiting for. Everybody was staring at me. I knew as soon as I started talking, call Angie.
And I thought you were the one that was breastfed.
Angie?
Angie's made it easier than ever to connect with skilled professionals to get all your home projects done well. Look, if you own a home, you know how much work it can take. Whether it's everyday maintenance and repairs, getting a tree out of your living room, whatever. It can be hard just to know where to start. But now, all you need to do is Angie that. That's right. Find a skilled local pro who will deliver the quality and expertise you require. Angie has over 20 years of home service experience. They've combined it with new tools to simplify the whole process. Here's what you do. Bring them your project online or use the Angie app. Answer only a few questions, and Angie can handle the rest from start to finish. Or help you compare quotes from multiple pros and connect instantly. That means you can take care of just about any home project in only a few taps. Because look, when it comes to getting the most out of your home, you can do this when you Angie that. Download the free Angie mobile app today or visit Angie.com. That's ANGI.com.
Thank you very much, Josh Arnold. Thank you, Angie. We'll be introducing you to Duke Tumatoe, the Power Trio, and the Brass to Mouth Horns when we come back. We'll get some music out of Duke. Once again, we are live in Dayton, Ohio. Be right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Because Progressive offers discounts for paying in full, owning a home, and more. Plus, you can count on their great customer service to help you when you need it, so your dollar goes a long way. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save on car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations. Listeners, are you looking for a shortcut to better auto insurance for you? Something that takes all the research off your plate, something that's easy, something that matches you with lower rates, something genius. That's where NerdWallet comes in. These nerds have already done the work for you. Just answer a few questions and ta-da, you'll be matched with top insurance providers in your area. Find the right rate for you today at nerdwallet.com. After all, using NerdWallet is more than just smart, it's genius.
Not all applicants will qualify for the lowest monthly payments. NerdWallet Insurance Services, Inc. CA resident license number OK92033.
Oh, they like it.
Hey, welcome back to Dayton, Ohio. It's the Bob and Tom Show live for the TUE birthday bash. There's Tom Griswold. Hello, Tom.
Chick.
Christy Lee's here.
Hey.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hey, Chickster.
And there's Willie Griswold. Good morning. I'm Chick McGee. That's Duke Tumatoe and the Power Trio. Brass to Mouth Horns.
Oh, they sound good, don't they?
Roy Wood on the way. He'll be here this morning.
Looking forward to talking to comedian Roy Wood Jr. He's doing a tour this summer, getting off the TV and on the stage. We'll look forward to seeing what's going on with Roy Wood Jr. We're going to get some music out of Duke Tumatoe and the Power Trio in just a few minutes. The Brass to Mouth, did I say Brath?
Yeah, you did.
Super.
The Brass to Mouth Horns, Jay Young on the sax, Neil Broker on the bari, P.J. Yinger on the trumpet. And they're sounding good this morning. Thank you very much, fellas. Duke Tumatoe and the Power Trio, Joe Maddox on the drums, Bill Ritter on the bass, James Hill on the keyboards, and Duke is the man on the guitar. It's good to see you, Duke.
Good to see you too, Tom.
We're going to get a song out of you in just a second. Give me a little breathing room here. We're going to check in with the sports page.
Oh, I said, Tom, the only real sports story this morning is the former NFL quarterback Phillip Rivers is getting ready to welcome his 10th child into the world. Rivers is 41. He said he and his wife Tiffany are expecting a baby boy in the fall. The couple has 9 other children with ages ranging from 4 to 21.
So he can have his own football team. 10 kids and him.
Yeah, there you go. Rivers retired in 2021. The 8-time Pro Bowler nearly, as you said, Tom, has a football team. He said, this is the longest gap we've gone without having a kid. It's pretty much been every 2 years. And we were starting to scratch our heads wondering what was going on. Well, here.
And then he said, speaking of long gaps, here's my wife.
That's right.
The seed flew out.
Yeah.
Yikes.
7 girls, Haley, Caroline, Grace, Sarah, Rebecca, Claire, and Anna. And 2 boys, Gunnar and Peter. and they're all hoping for a boy.
Oh.
And then he starts talking about it's God's will and all that stuff. So, whatever, you know.
Straight to hell, McGee. Straight to hell.
Well, the last one's a little slow because when the baby came out, he spiked it.
Who are you laughing at, Mr. Seven Kids? That's a basketball team and 2 alternates, all right?
Okay, very good.
You do have a basketball team.
Very good.
There. Yeah.
Now, we are live in Dayton, Ohio, celebrating a birthday. You want to explain what I'm talking about?
WTUE's birthday bash. They're going to have a George Thorogood concert tomorrow. It's all
right.
This one of the stations I listened to when I was a kid, TUE. I interviewed for a job here, and they said no, thank you, which is fine. It happened over 30 years ago, and I don't think about it every day, but that's absolutely fine.
Didn't they say we're going with some guy named Christopher?
Well, he is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, whatever. No,
We're working
they
on
won't let me in the
We're
Hall of
working
Fame.
on
No,
that.
to hell with that.
Dayton, Ohio is known as the birth of aviation site.
Allegedly,
Yes, and of course,
none of that can be proven.
Oh, you don't think airlines really exist?
I think North Carolina and Dayton always fight over it. And actually, the hotel we stayed in, there was the Orville Suite and the Wilbur Suite.
Oh!
I insisted on getting the Wilbur Suite. I showed them my ID. I said, "Do you know who I am?" They wouldn't give it to me.
Would not let him stay.
That's your nickname. Now, I've been informed of something else. This is really important. And back me up if this is correct. The Cheez-It was invented in Dayton, Ohio.
Yum.
I had Cheez-Its last night. This is amazing.
The Cheez-Its in 1921 developed by the Green and Green Company in Dayton, Ohio.
Well, I, for one, would like to thank you all for...
Thank you for your service.
I'm a fan of the extra toasty Cheez-It.
I was not aware of that.
Yes. Because you know how you get a box of Cheez-Its and like every 8th one is a little burnt and it's a little
Oh,
a
yeah.
little tangier, a little sharper. You can get a whole bag of those.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's like oops, just buried.
Yes.
Apparently, there is a 4-foot by 4-foot Cheez-It statue.
What?
That is going to be going on display at the Carilion Historical Park. Is that correct? Anyone?
Yeah, it's Carillon.
Oh, it's Carillon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome to the area, Tom.
Looks spelled. Okay, Carillon.
Miami Valley.
It's got an I.
Miami Valley Bogey Busters Air Show. That's all you need to know. You're
Okay.
fine.
Okay. Good. But we'll have to go. Is the Cheez-It thing up yet? The statue. Okay. Okay. But that'll be kind of fun. Giant Cheez-It.
You don't like Cheez-Its?
Are you picking on Dayton, Ohio for the giant Cheez-It?
No,
How can you not like Cheez-Its?
Sorry.
You're a cheese nips man, aren't you?
Have you ever had a Cheez-It?
No, he's basic. He likes plain Lay's potato chips.
I do. I like the potato chips. Thank you very much.
I don't think he's ever had a Cheez-It.
It'd
now,
change your life, Tom.
Yeah.
What if we gave him a Cheez-It and then next year at this time he's sleeping in the street? It was the Cheez-Its that did it.
Just give me a taste.
Whatever happened to Griswold?
I used to be Tom Griswold.
He's giving HJs for Cheez-Its.
That's right.
I used to be somebody.
Whenever you see him, he has orange dust all over his nose and mouth.
Oh, man, he's all strung out on Cheetos.
Now, we have an interesting letter here. This involves something that Josh discussed, and I think it's a common problem. Josh said how you hate it when one of the ladies that you're seeing gets the urge to talk about things right before bedtime. Do you want to give me the short version of that story?
Yeah, particularly when I've given her the opportunity, begged almost to, let's talk. Something's on your mind. We can, I want to hear about it. I want to talk with you.
You're the man of the people.
No, I'm fine. And then as I'm drifting off to sleep, the tap on the, are you awake? Actually, there is something I want to talk about. I just want to, too late!
The window has closed.
Yes.
And I think especially those of us that have to get up early, and I want to thank all these folks for getting up so early to join us.
And I don't want to make a blanket statement about this, but every woman on the planet does that.
All right.
I've done it.
But when you have to get up early, you really want to go to sleep. And
Yes.
and also you don't want to have something that's going to be some anxiety-producing conversation.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's the other aspect of this that's problematic.
Josh, there's one thing you haven't said. Have you realized that you are very fun to mess with. It's fun to poke you. It's fun to goof around with.
What do you mean by that?
Exactly. You get angry. Your eyebrows go up. It's very fun.
I don't know what you're talking about, Willie.
So like you're drifting off to sleep when you hear kind of semi-whisper, "I've had better." Like, whoa, what?
Whoa.
The point is, this letter states.
Is that what you're talking about?
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Sometimes you go, ugh, and you just give up. It's very fun.
I would get, this is comes to us from Emily in Chicago. I would get annoyed at my husband when he did to me what Josh is talking about, especially bringing up financial matters, future plans.
I didn't know. So women, guys have done this. Has a guy done that to you, Christy?
I don't think so. Well, yes, absolutely.
Oh, no.
Christy?
Somebody broke up with me once like that. Right before I was going to bed on a school night.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And he said, "Please leave
That's
me."
awesome.
Did he say, "Please leave me my my severance pay"? You're known.
do you not wait till
You're known for your quality severance package.
He couldn't go one
more day?
and one more night of sleep. He couldn't.
Whose bed was it?
Mine.
Even worse.
He couldn't be unconscious next to you any longer.
I guess not.
To solve this issue, Emily in Chicago said, "We have created what we call Taco Tuesdays."
Okay.
Many of us do a
Sure.
Taco Tuesday of our own at home. However, for us, it stands for travel, accounting, commitments, and obligations. We save our responsible adult topics all week until Tuesday evening. Then we discuss everything on the agenda during a homemade dinner and after-dinner drinks. No TV or phones allowed.
I had a girlfriend who wanted to do this. It was also on Tuesdays, but I referred to it as "See you next Tuesday."
Yep.
Is that an acronym?
I think you can figure it.
Well, thank you very much. That sounds like a reasonable idea. You get it all.
Oh, it sounds horrible.
And there's no damn tacos. What? Is anyone else fired up about that?
Hopefully they are eating tacos.
Yeah,
though.
hopefully.
I assume that the homemade dinner is in
And
fact-
they've just created something else to fight about or argue. Oh, well, you can't talk about that till Taco Tuesday. What are you trying? All right.
I kind of like that idea, though. That seems reasonable to me.
It's better than right before bed. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's also the anxiety-producing stuff before bed that I really can't. That now you can't sleep and you're thinking about it.
Tell me about it.
We have Duke Tumatoe and the Power Trio with us. Let's get some music from you, Duke. It's good to see you guys, and I know that Duke is going to be on the road. A number of stops coming up, including Chicago at the famous Kingston Mines. That'll be a week from tonight and next Saturday as well. Also, you've got something coming up in Anderson, Indiana with the Horns. You're going to be there Sunday, July 23rd for a special bicentennial bonanza.
Nope, bicentennial.
Bicentennial bonanza. In which
Yeah, we will be.
That's over 200 tickets.
That's the bicentennial.
Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen.
So 100 pairs?
Bicentennial.
I'm so sorry.
Bicentennial?
I need more light.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what
I think you need an Adderall or something.
Also, Friday, July 28th at Buddy Guy's Legends in Chicago. These are great sites for, of course, Duke Tumatoe and the Power Trio. And then in St. Joseph, Michigan, Saturday, July 29th at the Sandbar and Grill. And I will not be able to attend that show. I will be in the state of Michigan, however, for a secret
Everything's
broadcast.
about you, isn't it? Whoa. Did you
Whoa,
say
wait a minute.
secret broadcast?
Up.
What are you talking about?
Talking about a secret broadcast?
Where?
Michigan.
When?
Huh?
It's that secret. Even he doesn't know about it.
Oh, I know about it, but I'm not telling you guys. All right.
Can I ask why? Do you like people to hate you? Is that why?
Yep.
I like the Bob and Tom show. How about you?
Yeah.
Let's just have a real wild Bob and Tom show. What you say we do, we'll get loose.
Yeah.
Loose. Let's get loose. Open up your eyes. Time to realize we need to get loose. Work is good, but it's not that good. When the work is through, it's time for me and you to get loose. Let's get loose.
Like Philip Rivers' wife's cooch.
Open up your eyes. Time to realize we need to get loose.
Number 10's just going to walk out.
Let's get loose. Woo! How you like it so far?
Love it.
Yeah, baby.
This is a group participation song, and the next verse of the song I will say, let's get loose. And when I point to you, please say loose. Loose! Wow.
We'll work on it.
We'll get there. Here we go. Let's get loose. Loose. Let's get loose. Loose. Loud as you can this time. Let's get loose. Loose. In falsetto. Let's get loose. Loose. I love that part. Hey, baby. Tonight must be the night. Let's us all get loose, Jim. How about you? Yeah, man. Yes, I said a real wild party. What you said we do, we'll get loose. Loose! Let's get loose. I'm so excited. You're all invited. Let's get loose. Here we go. Let's get loose. Yeah. Let's get loose. Loud as you can. Let's get loose. Loose. In falsetto. Let's get loose. Loose. No trouble here, police. Give the band a cheer. Let's get loose. Loose.
Loose. Loose. Yeah, man.
No one's having a party like this at this hour.
No.
This is unbelievable. Thank you very much, Duke. That was great. That great horn arrangement by Jay Young. Thank you, Jay.
And you know how you hear him the best, Tom, on Raycon earbuds.
That's right.
That's right. And Raycon knows you have to keep an eye on the bottom line. And with Raycon, you can get a pair and a spare. You still pay less than you would with some of those other big-name, hoity-toity, snooty tech brands out there. Raycon knows that nowadays they'd like you to know you can buy now, pay later, and an easy and free return guarantee, and free domestic shipping and flat-fee international shipping with Raycon earbuds. And they also have 50,000 five-star reviews. It got really, really quiet. And Raycons also have 8 hours of playback, crystal clear call quality, and are water and sweat resistant. So go to buyraycon.com/Tom today, and all the already low price, get 15% off your Raycon order. That's buyraycon.com/Tom, 15% off your Raycon purchase. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
I love my Raycon earbuds. Thank you very much. Now, when we come back, we're going to be discussing tipping once again. And I've got a couple interesting things. Where do you tip? When should you tip? Do you tip the marijuana dispensary guy or gal? We'll find out. That, among other things, also coming up, comedian Roy Wood Jr. He's on tour. We'll tell you where in just a few minutes. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. The show is also out there for you on our YouTube channel. Watch and subscribe.
The actors had to walk out.
They had to walk out.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show in downtown Dayton, Ohio. Good morning.
Yeah, baby.
Celebrating WTUE's 47th anniversary. Big George Thorogood concert tomorrow. And I guess we're opening for George. Hello, Christy Lee.
Hi, Chick McGee.
Hello, Josh Arnold. Chick. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
Tom Griswold. I'm Chick McGee. Good morning.
Chick.
Hey.
Got a live band here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
The brass come out horns. Sounding good. Duke Tumatoe and the Power Trio, ladies and gentlemen, live with us. Now, this room is officially called what?
The Tank, I think.
The Tank.
Is it the Tank at the Hub? That sounds right. Yeah, the Tank at the Hub.
It's a beautiful room.
Great room.
Big circle with a great crowd. Joining us a little bit later on, it'll be one of our favorite comedians, good friend of the show for many, many years. Roy Wood Jr. will be joining us. Looking forward to talking to Roy. Right now, we're going to let Duke and the boys take a short break. Now, I think you'll find this next story interesting, especially Willie. We were talking about...
Is it about weed or boobs? What are we talking about here?
Weed. Tipping in contemporary culture has taken an interesting turn. Many times when you pay for things now, you will put a card in a little computer gizmo. They spin it around, and it'll say, do you want to leave a tip?
Clear as mud.
You know what I'm talking about?
An iPad, yeah.
Yeah, but it's sometimes on a stand. Sometimes it's sometimes then it's this.
Oh, sure, yeah.
This handheld thing where the waitress.
No. Yeah, continue, please.
The waitress gives it to you. It's very awkward.
You realize the more you explain it, the more confusing it gets.
Right, but the point is,
okay.
I was reading this article about this particular thing, and there are some cases where do you tip or not. And in this one case, this guy had gone to his vet, and the vet had done surgery or whatever, and then when they spun the thing around, do you want to leave a tip?
Have you had surgery on your dog lately?
Yeah.
They don't need a tip.
Yeah, so where does this end? So then I have this letter right here. Dear Bob and Tom Show, for example, I recently had my car's the oil changed at a major chain store. When it was time to pay, I handed the credit card machine. It included suggestions for tip amounts. Is that...
I don't tip at the oil change store, do you?
No.
Yeah, I usually do, but not on the... I usually just hand the guy some cash.
You over-tip.
God, you tip everybody.
Okay.
Yes. Whoever just yelled that, you're ruining it for everybody. We're all going to have to start.
Okay. Now, so this leads to the question...
Why didn't you tip Jess when she brought you coffee just a minute ago?
That's the final letter we have. Read this letter, Christy. You'll see. Go ahead.
Okay, on tipping. Good morning to the best damn radio show. Well, thank you, Brian. Tom should start tipping everyone for doing a good job on the show.
Wow. So right here in the dais, I'd be tipping 3 people.
Somehow I feel like I was left out. Is that true?
Here's the one for you, Willie. I was, last winter, I was in a, what do you call the marijuana
dispensary?
Store? Dispensary, that's right, sorry. The legal marijuana store in Colorado.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And it's kind of, if you've never been to one of these things, it's kind of weird. They only allow a few people in at a time. They've got a lot of glass, plexiglass. There's a cop at the door.
I feel like I've been there.
And but there is a tip jar.
Yeah.
And this guy wants to know, I have my medical marijuana card, and there is a tip jar at the counter, but I don't tip my pharmacist.
Well,
your thoughts?
I don't know. I've never bought drugs and wanted to give the guy more money. Yeah, tipping at a dispensary doesn't feel good. It just makes me want to buy weed in a McDonald's parking lot in the backseat of an Impala again, you know?
But you tip bartenders.
I do tip bartenders. Yeah, I don't know. I think I have tipped at a dispensary, to be honest, if the person is knowledgeable or whatever. I mean, these people have been unemployable for decades, right? They have not been able to get jobs anywhere. They're finally able to work somewhere. Maybe give them a little bit of a tip if they help you find the Alaskan Thunder or, your favorite.
I was in, this was a weird situation because I was there by myself.
They thought an undercover cop was checking in the store.
And I had a list because I'm not particularly well-versed in that realm. And I had a list of stuff I was supposed to get.
So it was like a grocery list that somebody handed you?
Yeah.
Who sent you to the dispensary?
Yeah.
Who the hell would send you to get marijuana?
Right?
Well, it was because I had to go to the grocery store. This was in Beaver Creek, Colorado. We were skiing.
Yes,
of course. Certainly.
Good job keeping it relatable. Good.
By the way, there is a liquor store there called Beaver Liquors. Just I'll have you know. And I was talking to the guy there, and they sell a lot of T-shirts.
I bet.
Very good, very good.
Very good.
Thank you. No, but I had these 2 missions, and I had a list of about 5 items from this marijuana store, and I had no idea. And this guy like Willie said, this guy knew everything. Mm-hmm. It's like one of those wine guys or the beer guy that knows everything about beer. Very helpful.
You mean like an expert?
Yeah. This guy knew everything about all these drugs.
He's a stoner sommelier. They're smart.
Yeah. So, I gave the guy a nice tip. But now, didn't it used to be in some of these states you can only pay with cash?
Yeah, or you have to pay with a debit card.
And why is that?
Because it's super boring. Like, it's not federally legal with banks yet. So in Colorado, for a long time, they couldn't keep it in banks. Folks had to drive the cash around in Brinks trucks around the highway all day. It's a complicated legal gray area.
Okay, very good. Now, where's the state of Ohio where we're broadcasting from today? Where is the state of Ohio in the world of marijuana? Legal?
Yeah, it is in the Midwest. Yes.
Well, whoever shouted that obviously stoned. So I'll direct the stoner questions to you. Is this medical marijuana legal or legal? Everything's legal. Okay. Now we all know that's a scam, right? Okay. And is the liquor industry preventing you guys from having full legal marijuana? Is that what's going on? Are they lobbying to? Okay, that's usually the case. They do that in many states.
He asked a question, answered it, and heard nothing but the own voice in his head.
I heard the stoner guy shout out. Where's the state standing in the Midwest?
When I was coming in yesterday, there was an accident on 75, so I was rerouted by my GPS into a fine neighborhood. But I saw my first drive-through liquor thing.
Beverage dock, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it's wonderful.
It was like just a little garage.
Sure, you get a sixer and some pretzel rods. Absolutely. Get some Little Kings. Drive around there. Drive around, man.
I was stunned.
Welcome to Dayton, baby.
Drive-through booze.
Yes.
That's interesting.
It
Now,
was.
Are those state stores or are they?
No, they're
private
carry-outs.
enterprise?
Yeah,
Okay.
They call them carry-outs, but you drive-throughs. Yeah. Carry-out drive-through.
Can you open it right there?
You can. I always used to joke that they would open it and pass it to you through the window, but they won't do that.
Okay. All right. Coming up, we're going to get some music out of Duke Tumatoe and the Power Trio. Plus, we're going to talk with a very fine comedian and a good friend of the show, Roy Wood Jr., will be joining us live and in person. Roy, by the way, I should point out, is on his way to the Funny Bone in Liberty Township, Ohio, Greater Cincinnati. And we'll talk to Roy.
Liberty. Heel, boy.
Be right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
O'Reilly.
Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Hi, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We're live in Dayton, Ohio, the home of TUE, celebrating their 47th birthday.
Woo, woo.
There's Christy Lee.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi, Chick.
Willie Griswold's here.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee. There's Duke Tumatoe and the Power Trio and Brass to Mouth Horns. And here's Tom Griswold.
We got a party going on. It's early, but we're having a great time. Thank you very much for getting up early. We are officially in a place called The Tank in the Arcade in downtown Dayton, Ohio. It's a beautiful building.
And the hub works in there, too, I think.
I haven't seen one video game.
I don't know what the locals call it.
Yeah, what kind of arcade is it?
Yeah. Willie, have you seen any video games?
Did they used to make pinball machines here or something? Is that why they call it the arcade? Or I don't know.
Huh.
But it's a great room. It's a big circle
Great.
with a great crowd. Give yourselves a round of applause for getting up so early.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
This kind of looks like James Taylor's Wet Dream, doesn't it? This size venue with the round.
Oh, it's great.
Fire rain.
Oh, you're a fan, huh?
So respectful.
I love James.
Thank you very much. We'll hear from Duke in just a second, ladies and gentlemen. You're not a James Taylor fan?
I love James Taylor. Nobody can sing like him.
And Taylor
irritates me.
Taylor Swift named after James Taylor. With the popularity of Taylor Swift, do you think that in the first grade, in about 6 years, they're going to be a third of the girls are going to be named Taylor?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, if not half. Yeah.
Okay. Well, now we have a lot to get to coming up. Comedian Roy Wood Jr. will be joining us. Certainly looking forward to talking to Roy. He is on the road. He is in Cincinnati, Ohio this weekend, at technically Liberty, Ohio, at the Funny Bone. We'll talk with Roy. By the way, I want to remind everybody that our friend Pat Godwin this evening, Sarasota, Florida.
Yeah, let's talk about Pat Godwin some more, can't we? I'm sorry, filters are off. I'm tired.
He'll be filming his television special, which will not feature Chick McGee.
And that's part of it. Yeah,
in
I'll
Sarasota.
be honest.
If you want to go to McCurdy's, you can see Mr. Godwin this evening and tomorrow and Sunday. But that'll be fun for Pat, filming his TV show. Isn't that great? Speaking of TV, we're on the YouTube as we speak. If wherever you are, you can watch us anywhere in the world on YouTube. Thanks to our great crew for setting this whole thing up with all the cameras, et cetera, et cetera. Now, before Roy Wood Jr. gets here, we have time for a song from Duke and the boys. And once again, Duke Tumatoe and the Power Trio. Next weekend, Chicago, Kingston Mines, and they've got a bunch of other road gigs coming up. But Chicago next Friday and Saturday at Kingston Mines. What do you got, Duke?
I don't have it in me.
You don't?
2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey! From early in the morning till late at night, she's telling me I can't do nothing right. I can't take it. What can I say? Pack my bag, make a getaway. It's for sight, baby. It's for sure. Don't have it in me to put it in her no more. Color roses, the perfume don't smell right. Does not like that movie that I took her to last night. I work too much, but I'm always around. Her voice can be an irritating sound, man. That's for certain, baby. That's for sure. Don't have it in me to put it in her no more. Oh, I don't have it in me. 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 Yes, for certain. Yes, for sure. Don't have it in me to put it in her no more. Pretty good. How about yourself?
Yeah.
Now you wanna sing a song, Chrissy, about your husband sleeping in another house or something?
No, but I have a verse.
Oh,
actually.
you do?
Yes.
God bless you. This is a first.
I know. It might be my last.
Here you go. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2.
Every morning I sit here just trying to do the news. Yet there you are, never letting me get in a word. That's right, Tom. It's for certain, it's for sure. I don't have it in me to put up with you anymore.
Yes, for certain, baby. Yes, for sure. Don't have it in her to put up with you anymore.
I was sure word was going to rhyme with turd.
Well, I could have, but I was being nice.
Thank you very much.
Who's up next?
Dad, you got one?
Kind of. You got one?
I think you should go first. You have a little rebuttal for Chrissy, right?
No, you go. No.
Here we go. Ready?
All right. Now, this is a song about being in a car with my girl.
Oh.
Don't go left, go right.
I got
But
that
somehow I'm never right.
Rhyming right.
I've got her talking in my ear. No, don't park here. It's for certain. It's for sure. I don't want to ever drive with her no more.
I don't want to drive with her no more. I don't want to drive with her no more.
That's not the right place to park. I said go left.
I don't want to drive with her no more.
These are wrong.
You're causing accidents.
Yes, for saying, baby. Yes, for sure. Time to want to drive with her no more. You're
Here we
right.
go, everybody.
All right, Willie.
Do what you want.
We're gonna have a little bit of fun, you guys. Wake up early, yeah, we got a show. We're going to Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah.
A show at 6, alarm goes off at 4. I don't know if I can do this anymore. 1 Adderall, 2 cups of coffee, just so my dad can drive us all crazy. No, I don't.
No, I don't have it in me. That's for certain, Josh, you up? That's for sure.
I can try something. You know, I'm kind of kinky. I'm kind of weird. Got these glasses, got this beard. Thought I'd experiment. I've got a handsome mug. I thought I'd try something with a butt plug. Turns out it's not for me. I don't have it in me to put it in me no more.
Don't have it in me. Don't have it in me. Don't have it in me.
It's in the butt.
Don't have it in me.
Butt.
Don't have it in me.
Not in the butt.
That's for certain. That's for sure. But don't have it in him to put it in him anymore. I said I don't have it in me. I don't have it in me. No, I don't have it in me. Don't have it in me. That's for certain. That's for sure. Don't have it in me to play the song in the show anymore.
Duke Tumatoe and the Power Trio, the Brass to Mouth Horns, classic. Thank you very much, Duke. That kind of interesting leads to something. We got a letter a couple days ago. We were talking about the
Fight that kid up, or I'm caught up for you.
Hi, sweetie. How are you? You going to dance for us, sweetie?
She loves the
She's
band.
having a good time. We got a little one here. We had a we were talking about the so-called furries.
Oh, yes.
Which is a
certain
group of folks that enjoy, for whatever reason, dressing up as animals. There may be a adult sexual component to this. I'm not sure. The person I saw that was doing it was in a line at a Chipotle at a mall. They were right in front of me, and I couldn't help but notice they were wearing kind of short shorts, and there was a tail sticking out of the lower area. And then I was informed later on that's held in with a so-called butt plug.
Or it's just on.
And someone
Who would tell you something that silly?
Well, and then so someone was listening, and they sent us a letter, and you'll have to Google this on your own. Do you realize you can buy LED light-up butt plugs?
Oh, really?
Online. And I mean, there are.
Sure, why not?
You can buy them, but honestly, they're kind of hard to return, so make sure you get the color you want.
And it shows this woman. It's kind of in a dark room, and you ever see those trucks that have the lights on the underneath?
Oh, yeah, of course.
When they drive by, it looks kind of cool. So this woman's, it's like
cool.
she's lit from the
Underneath?
from the mommy parts down. If you're following me here.
How about that?
As far as I'd like to.
And the light is being, it's the socket is actually the anal cavity, if you will, at sort of where the gluteal cleft has the.
And I'm uncomfortable.
Okay.
I don't think you need to learn about anything new. I think you know enough, and you should just stop learning things because it gets so weird, man.
But there are dozens of these. There are dozens of these available. You could. I mean, it's hard enough to pick your earrings, ladies, but you've got to pick the color of your LED butt plug.
It's all out there.
You're wearing that. Anyway, it's out there. Several people will be Googling that later on, and you're welcome. Right now, the Bob and Tom Show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Too many choices in this life, I say. It's very confusing out there. Perhaps it's time to help yourself so you can help everybody else. That's where BetterHelp comes in. It's all about therapy. It's also about using contemporary technology to get involved with a therapist. What I'm talking about here is you take a little kind of a quiz, if you will, just asking you some questions about what you're up to, what you want to do, what you want to find out about your life. And they'll try to match you with a licensed therapist. By the way, you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. And it's all done online, not just finding the therapist, but the therapy itself. So you could do it as if you were on the phone talking, or you could do it even texting back and forth, or with a video, like you're on a Zoom call. It's BetterHelp. Let therapy be your guide to getting yourself sorted out and feeling better. Visit BetterHelp.com/BT Show today to knock 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp.com/BT Show. BetterHelp, H-E-L-P. BetterHelp.com/BT Show. And the Bob and Tom Show right now is sponsored by BetterHelp. Coming up, we'll be joined by comedian Roy Wood Jr., and we have some interesting stuff in the world of news we'll get to keep you informed. And thanks to everybody in Dayton, Ohio, celebrating the birthday of TUE Radio.
Yes.
Thanks for having us, and thanks for getting up early to join us. We've got a great crowd here. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This episode is brought to you by Prime Video. In the small town of Holland, Michigan, nothing is ever what it seems. Behind the tulip festivals and pretty houses lay dark secrets that threaten to tear a marriage apart. Nicole Kidman stars in this darkly twisted thriller about a wife and mother whose quest to uncover her husband's secrets may get her more than she bargained for. Holland, streaming on Prime Video March 27th.
Are your ulcerative colitis symptoms proving difficult to manage? Tremfya guselkumab can help you manage the cycle of UC symptoms. At 1 year, many patients taking Tremfya achieved clinical remission, and some patients also achieved endoscopic remission. Individual results may vary. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor if Tremfya can help you manage the cycle of UC symptoms. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more, or visit TremfyaRadio.com.
Welcome back to Dayton, Ohio. It's the Bob and Tom Show for TUE's birthday party. They're turning 47. We're in downtown Dayton, Ohio with the Bob and Tom Show. There's Christy Lee.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold with our Bob and Tom legend, super special comedian guest.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
My man.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Birmingham, Alabama,
Yeah.
Roy Wood Jr.
Yes. Good morning.
We don't get a live band for every guest, but today we brought Duke Tumatoe and the Power Trio and the Brass to Mouth Horns. Thank you very much, fellas. Let's get back to the action.
Yeah, man.
It's great to see you, Roy.
Good to see you.
Looking handsome as ever.
I learned from the last time we did a live show in Ohio, and I wore neutral attire this time.
Well, you have an interesting background as a sports fan, being in Birmingham, and when you grew up back in the day, there were 3 channels and a couple of ancillary channels.
You rooted for what came on TV in Alabama, like all this professional sports affiliation and all of this. Direct TV, Sunday Ticket. I can watch my team anytime, anyway. Cubs, Dolphins. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what came on TV.
Yep.
The Braves came on at night. My dad wouldn't give up the remote. He was a jerk. So I had to watch the Cubs during the day when I didn't have to fight anybody in the house over the cable.
Those were not good years.
No, we're talking like 80, 85 through whenever they won it. 2016. So, yeah, tough times. But yeah, I think, what was it? Were we in Cincinnati last time? It was Reds opening day. That's what it was.
It was Reds opening day.
It was opening day for the Reds.
Yes, a couple of seasons ago. Yeah.
And I wore a Cubs hat.
That's right. And I think they were playing the Cubs.
And it was not a
intelligent decision.
No. No.
Because I thought, like, well, the Cubs, at the time, the Cubs still sucked. And I was like, well, the Cubs suck. They'll be okay with me. They were not okay with that at all. It was no give whatsoever.
And the Reds are having a great year. Willie is honoring that with his.
Hey, have you seen this kid, Roy?
Yeah.
Ellie De La Cruz, man.
Yeah, that boy be running. That boy be running like the police behind him. Can I say that? Is that okay?
You can say that, yeah.
He stole 3 bases on 2 pitches. That's crazy.
That's nuts, yeah. Boom, boom, boom.
We have Mr. Roy Wood Jr. with us, and I'll point this out. He is going to be live on stage this evening and tomorrow night at the Funny Bone, Liberty Township, Ohio, Greater Cincinnati. Also coming up, gigs in Syracuse, Washington, D.C., the legendary Comedy Off-Broadway in Lexington, Kentucky, August 18th and 19th, the Improv in Brea, California, and Madison, Wisconsin. You'll be at the Orpheum November 10th for a show. That'll be a great place for you to have a great time. We love Madison.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. We're trying to add a second show so that the people who cheating on their spouse can come back to the show.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, one show for the wives, one show for the girlfriend.
Sure, yeah. You got to take your Gumar.
You drop the wife off and be like, I'll be right back. Me and the boys going to Buffalo Wild Wings.
That's right.
You change shirts, get her scent off of you. Am I telling too much? I feel like I'm giving away the secret.
Yeah, I was going to say, have you been practicing?
Now, are you?
I like the way you say Buffalo Wild Wings. Yeah, I like that.
Once again, only he can say it that way. Very uncomfortable. Now, we have had an interesting topic that has arisen in the show the last couple of days, and it's about sleeping not in the same bed as your lover, if you will. What is the
significant other? Sure.
Yeah, it's called a sleep divorce, Roy. And apparently 43% of millennials say they do this, 33% of Gen Xers, 28% of Gen Zs, and 22% of baby boomers sleep in a different spot than their spouse or partner.
Oh, that's right up my alley.
Oh, is it?
Oh, I snore all day. I have sleep apnea out the ass. And
that's an interesting case.
That's what you'll need. You'll need Josh's butt plug. That'll take care of that.
A common colloquialism, meaning that it's an excessive amount.
I see.
Out of the ass.
So you'll be doing jokes up your ass tonight. This is a really interesting thing. We have this has sparked a lot of interest from our audience. We've received a ton of letters. I can read a bunch of them, but Christy, you want to explain your particular situation?
Well, right now, my particular situation, I got married, Roy, since you saw me last.
Oh, I saw the pictures.
And my new husband still has a place of his own. He'll be moving in eventually, but we kind of split it up. We probably spend maybe 1 or 2 nights a week apart. And that will change for me. It's not going to always be that way.
But you can go to bed early now.
Yes.
Which is nice. So
yeah.
When you get up really early.
Well, he gets up early when I get up. He gets up when I leave at 5.
Okay.
So it's all good. But do you and your partner, do you have a CPAP machine?
Well, yeah, but so here's the thing. So in the time that you've gotten married, I've now entered a co-parent. I try not to say we broke up because it sounds like you hate her, but it didn't work out. So now we co-parent. But now, and that was like a year ago. So now I'm meeting women, and I'm 44. So, like, I could go either way. I could go with, like, a 35-year-old or a 55-year-old. And what I've noticed is that once you go with, like, a 35-year-old, they're complaining a lot about snoring. They're all on that work-life balance nonsense.
Yeah. Nonsense.
Where I'm from, you wake up at 6 a.m. drooling in front of your laptop like an American. You stayed up all night and worked. So, like, women, they're like, you snore. So now it's like, all right, well, you go ahead and go to bed. You go in there and go to sleep, and then I'll wait for you to go to sleep. And then once you're asleep, then I'll come in and go to sleep. So I'm like halfway to the sleep divorce situation. But yeah, I got the CPAP. You know,
you'd have the CPAP?
Strapped up like Darth Vader every night, dog.
Not especially sexy. Have you ever had an intimate encounter while wearing the sleep?
Yeah.
Really?
That was
Do they
nice.
like that? Do they think
that was
they're
nice? But then it creeped me out after the fact. I was like, if you're into that, what the hell else are you into? Yeah, I don't like
yeah, but
that.
you had a lot of oxygen, so you maybe.
Yeah, but what happened to you in your past where you have a sleep apnea fantasy?
Good point.
Know that. I don't want to know what's going on in your world.
You slept with the Blue Angels. All of them.
I used to be a fighter pilot. Oh, wow. But no, I would be perfectly fine. I'm the snorer, so I almost have to just be at the mercy of the person. Like, I'm just happy you're in the house.
Oh.
So if a girl wanted to sleep in another room, well, what am I say other than okay?
Now, do you leave her in your bed and then go to the couch, or do you?
So here's my move. If I can say this appropriately, and we all keep our broadcast jobs, we have sex, and then I get up and act like I'm doing something for 20 minutes while I wait for you to fall asleep, and then I come back in the room, and then I strap on all my gear.
Ah.
The strap on is the.
They've already had sex, remember?
Yeah. The girl, ironically named Peg.
Breathing apparatus.
I want to congratulate the 4 people that got that.
Yeah, but I mean, in this economy, in this housing economy, can you afford to sleep in different rooms anymore? Anyway, you got to sleep on top of each other. The best you can hope for is bunk beds.
We have not had that letter yet. That's hilarious.
Sleep divorce. That's for people with good credit.
Yeah, they got an extra room.
I'm going to go to the other side of the house in the foyer. Meet me over there for breakfast in the morning. Like, no, it was a 1-bedroom. Stop snoring.
But I'll just read a couple of these letters. This person was Christine from Wisconsin. Don't forget Madison, Wisconsin, the Orpheum. She goes, we choose to call it sleep incompatible. He snores and I'm a bed hog. That means I sleep all over the bed. I like to sleep with the windows open. He does not. I go to bed early. He stays up late. You get the picture.
Sure.
Sleeping in different rooms has saved our marriage.
All right.
Yep.
So does that make
For now.
By round of applause, how many folks here sleep in separate bedrooms from their significant other? Oh, a decent amount.
Yeah, okay. All right.
How many people would like to sleep in different bedrooms?
No, they're doing they're raising.
Now they're not
their
going
hands.
to know.
No, they
can't
let their spouse know that.
Now, here's one.
I can't believe you typed that.
Exactly.
This is from Stephanie. She goes, I've been trying to convince my husband for years that we should have separate bedrooms. Never mind that we don't have enough rooms in our house. I'll figure it out. He continues to be insulted that I would want to sleep separately, but I keep trying to tell him how sexy it would be. For some reason, he didn't appreciate it when I suggested if we had separate bedrooms, he could come in the middle of the night, and in my sleepy haze, I might not even recognize him.
Oh.
Well, all of a sudden, I'm on husband's side.
Yeah, that's kind
Your
of
wife
weird.
wants to be sexually molested and attacked.
By a stranger.
I might not recognize him, quote, making things extremely exciting. He is not on board. How do I convince him this would be a good thing? Now, when you do the
Just get divorced.
when you do the separate bedrooms thing, I assume one person has the same room on a consistent basis. So thus, you could either have a home game or an away game. That might make things exciting. Do you schedule this, or is there like a...
Well, you can't say, hey, I'm going to come and take the coochie at 2:30 in the morning. Make sure,
By the way, that's the second appearance of the word coochie in the show today. Thank you very much.
I'm sorry, was it take the coochie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to find my terms.
a common colloquialism about coming in and having intimate, passionate...
I understand.
Yeah. That's probably because I say borrow the coochie, and it's probably not aggressive enough.
Right. They like... Our lady wants you to not know who you are to take the coochie. So,
And by the way, if you had coochie 4 times on your Bob and Tom bingo card, find Chris in the back. He's got T-shirts for it.
hey.
Take the coochie at 2:30.
I don't think that's a functional arrangement. I think it takes away from the physical intimacy that the husband wants before you fall asleep.
So you're saying take the coochie like at 10:30 if you want to go to bed at 11?
I think you have to treat, as a couple, you have to treat each other the way you do your 5-year-old when they don't want you to leave the bedroom and they're trying to fall asleep. When you're weaning your kid off of sleeping in your bed and making them, come on, be a big boy, sleep in your bed by yourself. And you just stay in the bed with the kid until the kid falls asleep, and then you slowly slide your arm from underneath their dead carcass and then you slide back.
Do you ever find yourself wanting to finish the book you were reading to them even though they're asleep? This is really good. Are they going to find the skeleton? What happened?
The series of events is unfortunate.
Now, Roy Wood Jr. is a dad. We should point this out.
Yeah.
And your son is 5, is that right?
No, man. He just turned 7.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Just turned 7. And so now it's time to teach him karate. He's swimming now. So,
Good.
like, that's, like, the main thing. And swimming is an odd thing when you're dealing with an intelligent child because, like, our parents just told us, you need to swim. Just go get in the water. But now, I'm like, son, you need to swim. And he goes, why? Because if a boat capsizes, I could potentially drown. I should also know what to do in the event of a rip current. I'm like, who taught you the horrors of the ocean? And I watch the news some mornings. I watch local news because local news is still halfway, like, positive to some degree. Like, local news will tell you the news, but in, like, a happy octave.
True.
So I still appreciate it's not like the dim and grim of the cable news voice. It's just killer whales are out there and they're attacking the boats. We'll be back.
It's happy.
And my son caught that and just goes, well, I should definitely learn how to swim faster. And I'm like, son, it's a killer whale. Let's go and get you. Good parent.
Yeah, it's the duck and cover principle for nuclear attack.
Yeah. I'm like, you're going to swim class to learn how if a kayak flips. And we took them out for paddle boats in Wisconsin. This is not for you to escape killer whales. I don't know what dolphin you think I'm trying to turn you into for $15 an hour in Brooklyn.
Now, is he living in Manhattan?
Yeah.
So finding a pool is rough.
Yeah, and then finding a pool, and then that's why we have to go out to Brooklyn. Like that's where grass is. I don't know if you know this or not, but like in New York City, grass is a destination. You have to schedule grass and water like sex at 2 a.m.
We call it taking the coochie. If you're familiar with that. Well, I'm glad he's getting those swimming lessons. Very important.
Yeah.
Very important. And that kind of reminds me that Pat Godwin, who is not here with us today because he's down at McCurdy's in Sarasota, Florida with his son.
Yes.
He's got a great new song about the importance of having a pool at the hotel where you're staying. And so I talked to Pat yesterday. How'd the show go? Oh, it went great. And how's the pool? We're at the comedy condo. They don't have a pool. So poor little Jimmy. He's in Florida where it's 110 and there's no pool.
There's a bay.
I'm sure that's going well.
Gulf of Mexico's right there.
You getting in the water right now? You fooling with like natural water?
You don't like natural water?
I'm not in Florida. I don't. Not with them gators and the algae and
well, I'm talking about in the Gulf of Mexico. They don't have gators in there.
You don't know what the gators are planning.
Yes, that'd be the perfect sneak attack, wouldn't it? They think we're not in the Gulf.
That's right.
Did you see the sea otter take the surfboard?
Yes,
3 days ago?
that's a big story today.
Water animals are striking back, Christy.
We have do you remember?
An angry otter? They're adorable.
Yeah, wayward otter.
Were you with me? We were in Florida doing a live broadcast, and a good friend of ours was a tight end in the NFL, Pat Beach.
I was there.
He was visiting us, and the broadcast site was right off some
bay
shore, whatever. But so
they got a lot of water in Florida. Yeah.
Pat, he's in the what is he like 6'4", very fit active NFL player. He's wading out into this bay. And, looking, tough and strong and masculine. And all of a sudden, he comes flying out of the water, dancing like he's, he thought he saw a little school of fish, and they were like large manta rays?
Yeah.
Scared the hell out of him.
Yeah.
So you raise a good point. The gators are after
Yeah,
him.
the
No,
manta
they're
rays.
not.
You talking about the ray, the one that killed the croc hunter?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hotel pool.
Yeah. So we'll have to get Pat into a hotel. We're going to find out what's going on in the life of Roy Wood Jr. Lots of live shows coming up. We'll find out more about Roy's love life. This sounds fascinating.
Yes.
Let me real quick. Are you on the so-called dating apps?
No, I can't. It's not so-called. They're real.
Yeah. That's what they're called.
Yeah.
I like to say it with the tinge of disdain.
Oh, we've noticed.
I don't know if that came across. Did you even think about going on one?
Not.
They're so special.
Not in the last year and a half. Not since the breakup. No, I don't want to do that. Plus, it's AI and all of that. I don't know if I'm talking to a real person anymore.
Yeah.
I need to see you in public.
Honestly, dude, the apps are great. There's this one girl, I haven't met her yet, but every month I send her $500 for Ray-Ban sunglasses gift cards, and she's just a sweetheart. She always messages me back.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, good.
She's got this cousin, he's a Nigerian prince, and I'm helping him out, too.
Oh, nice. Such a good soul.
It feels good to give back.
Well, we're going to come back. We have some music coming up from Duke Tumatoe and the Power Trio. We are live in Dayton, Ohio, celebrating the birthday of WTUE Radio. And got a great crowd here. Thanks for coming. We're coming right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We are in downtown Dayton, Ohio for TUE's birthday. Yeah. Christy Lee's here.
Yeah, I am.
There's Josh Arnold.
Check.
Willie Griswold's here.
Third coffee, I am sweaty.
There it is. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold with our extra special guest.
Thank you very much. He's a veteran stand-up comedian, a good friend of this show. You've seen him on the TV. You can watch him right now on YouTube. We are broadcasting worldwide on YouTube. I want to say hello to my sister Jan, watching in England right now.
Hello.
That man, hello. He is Roy Wood Jr., ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Good to be back in Dayton.
Thank you very much, Duke Tumatoe and the Power Trio. And it's going to be an Ohio night for Roy Wood Jr. He'll be in Greater Cincinnati. Liberty, I believe, is technically the name of the town where the Funny Bone is.
Yeah.
And you'll be on stage tonight and tomorrow. And Mr. Roy Wood Jr. is associated with many fine programs, including The Daily Show. What was the first national late-night show you were on?
First late-night appearance was David Letterman. Shout out to David Letterman. My first ever, that was 2006. That's still on YouTube.
Nervous?
Like you wouldn't believe. And then that guy, Dave's, it's not really sidekick, but I think Biff was his name.
Biff Henderson. He's supposed to be the stage
manager.
Stage manager, yeah.
Biff, right before he pulls the curtain, he just goes, "Don't screw it up. It's only your whole career." And then just yanks the curtain.
Thank you.
He thinks that's funny.
He thinks it's hilarious. And then you come off and you've done okay, and he's like, "Yeah, I just wanted to, you need that little extra push." I'm like,
"How did I, Biff?"
Thanks, Biff. I nearly shat myself.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you, by chance, remember your very first joke?
First ever Letterman, or
on
just
Letterman.
First joke?
On Letterman. You're walking on the guys just said that to you.
No, but I do remember a joke about immigration that I'm not sure but still track in 2023. Just the Latinos were doing a lot of. There was an issue at the time. This is 2006. Let me give context before I judge. Basically the joke was Latinos are doing a lot of the manual labor. And that's part of the hazing process for minorities in this country, is that you have to do yard work. So I completely understand. And I'm telling you, this joke killed in 2006. It's a great joke about Asian rail labor and black people in slavery, and it leads into Latino field labor.
I think a lot of people forget about the Asian rail labor.
Yeah.
I think that they built this railroad. They built this country.
Yeah, it's fine. Let's keep talking about it because it's not going to be in the history books much longer. But the joke did really well. It was a good set. I remember one of the first jokes I wrote was about the Weather Channel and when did we decide that purple was colder than white?
That's a very good question.
Yeah, because every time I look at Minnesota, it's purple, and then I realize, that's where Prince lived.
Wow.
I was 19, all right, graded on a curve.
I like that joke. That's very, very nice.
No, it's a terrible joke.
Oh, yeah, that's very good. Speaking of Minnesota, you'll be in Wisconsin.
All right, fair enough.
Boy, that's a stretch.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'll be in Minneapolis the day after that, but I'll be up there.
That's what I do. Madison, Wisconsin, the Orpheum, November 10th, and then it's Minneapolis. Is that the next night?
Yeah, the next night.
Okay, I should point this out. I mentioned Liberty Township with the Funny Bone this evening and tomorrow. It's also the Funny Bone in Syracuse coming up July 28 and 29. Washington, D.C. at the Improv August 4th and 5th. And Comedy Off-Broadway in Lexington, Kentucky. Beautiful Lexington, Friday, August 18th and Saturday the 19th with Roy Wood Jr., ladies and gentlemen.
Speaking of D.C.
Yeah.
Can I ask you all a question just in general? And this is just a broad question. To run for president in this country, do you think that there's too many people running? That's just my general feeling.
Mm-hmm.
I think as a country, we have too many people who come out and just decide, hey, I want to be president. And then we're only given 8 months to evaluate them. I can name more Avengers than I can presidential candidates. Seriously, I can get all the way to the raccoon and the weird green woman they got pushed off when Thanos killed her. I could name all of those.
Wow,
right.
It's impressive.
To run for president, should you have to run 10 years in advance so we get to know you?
That would be good.
It's the one political policy I would change in this country is this idea that you can just wake up today and go, hey, in a year I want to run everything and be in control of the nukes. And
It happens, though.
You wouldn't even marry somebody after a year. We're already talking about sleep divorces, and these people love each other. So I think we need a good 10-year runway, announce now for the year 2034. And then somewhere in that 10 years, your crazy will show, and then we won't vote for you.
Yeah. The crazy comes out. I like that.
Unfortunately, I don't think that most of the candidates running right now are going to be alive in 10 years. So maybe save that one for a little while.
I think your facts are getting in the way of. Yeah, that's kind of a truism.
Yeah.
There's a lot of old folks, you see. We're going to get a little music break in here while we're in Dayton. By the way, thanks again to this great crowd for showing up.
Yeah, gang.
In downtown Dayton, this beautiful building, and we're in a beautiful theater in the Round. We have Duke Tumatoe in the Power Trio here. Duke, next weekend, the Kingston Mayans in Chicago for some great shows. Duke, you got a tune you want to play for us?
I got the tune you told me to play.
Thank you very much. That was behind the scenes.
Still was funny.
You like it?
You like it?
It's one of your songs, right?
You liked it?
Do what you butt. Now what you do with your butt, baby's your own business. I don't need to know where it's been, what it's doing, where it's gonna go. You can stick it over here, stick it over there, be on the bottom or the top. It's your butt, do what you want. I won't tell you to stop. Now what you do with your butt, it's your own business. What you do with your butt, what you do with your butt, is your own business. Be with a woman, be with a man, just go home and sleep. I don't need to know what you're doing unless you're some kind of creep. A robot, a blow-up doll, how about a consenting adult? If everyone goes home happy, that's a good end result. Now what you do with your butt, what you do with your butt is your own business. What you do with your butt, what you do with your butt is your own business. Don't make me have to say this twice. I don't give or need but advice.
I got something to say if that's okay, Duke.
I don't know. I don't like to get in your way, but you were always so weird.
Well, here's the thing about me, everybody. Sorry. So in the bedroom, I'm a killer. But I got told I'm a little vanilla. So I talked to my girl. She said, go online. There's a plug, and it can fill you. I wanted to find one, and I couldn't. I went to an Instagram account I follow. It was a little too pricey. I didn't buy it, but I called Josh. He's got one that I can borrow.
You do with your butt. Baby, your own business.
It's in the butt.
What you do with your butt. What time did you have the AI people write a verse for you?
I got one for you.
Oh, no.
Buttocks, gluteus, maximus, fanny, or derriere. As far as I'm concerned, you can put your butt anywhere.
Yeah.
What you do with your butt is your own business.
That's what we got here. Eldu and Marguerite are a couple of my friends. I believe they are romantic, but I don't know at which end. He was a she was a he. At least that's what I think. Her favorite color's blue. His favorite color's pink. Now what you do with your butt, baby? What you do with your butt is your own business. What you do with your butt? What you do with your butt is your own business. Booty, derriere, caboosage. I don't care about your butt lucius.
What you do with your butt?
It's in the butt. Duke Tumatoe and the Power Trio featuring the brass-to-mouth horns, ladies and gentlemen. That's Joe Maddox on the drums, Bill Ritter on the bass, James Hill on the keyboards, Duke, of course, on guitar and vocals. That great horn section. Some nice arrangements from Mr. Jay Young on the saxophone, Neil Broker on the bari, and P.J. Yinger on the trumpet, ladies and gentlemen. Give them a nice round of applause. Such a great job. It's in the butt. When we come back, we'll find out what's going on in the world of comedian Roy Wood Jr. and get some news out of Christy Lee. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Yeah. Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Catch any part of the show you missed later today on our YouTube channel.
This episode is brought to you by Coffee Mate. After watching this season of the HBO's original series, The White Lotus, this is the tropical getaway I needed. One more pina colada, please.
Hey, you're not on mute.
Oh, I thought I was in paradise. Turns out it was my Coffee Mate. Coffee Mate Pina Colada and Thai iced coffee flavored creamers. Inspired by the newest season of HBO's original series, The White Lotus. For the love of coffee. Try now.
Good night, itchy eyes. Good night, sudden sneeze. Good night to your symptoms of allergies. Zysol is the allergy medicine you take before bed. It provides powerful relief while you rest your head. Not just all night, but all the next day. Zysol keeps working, keeping allergies at bay. And without those annoying symptoms disturbing your rest, you can wake up the next morning feeling your absolute best. Remember, be wise all. Take Zysol. At night.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We are in downtown Dayton, Ohio for WTUE's birthday bash. Hello, yeah, baby. Their 47th birthday. There's Christy Lee. There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
There's Willie Griswold. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold with our extra special guest.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee. Let's have a nice round of applause for Chick McGee, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Look at how handsome that man is.
Chick sucks.
I heard a chick sucks.
I heard a chick sucks.
Who did that?
Every time.
Speaking of handsome men, look at this guy. The TV loves him. He is Roy Wood Jr., ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Duke Tumatoe and the Power Trio featuring the brass-to-mouth horns. They do such a nice job, don't
I'm
they?
here.
Now, Roy, you're a man with an interesting background.
Yeah. I mean, I'm here until AI takes my job.
Okay. Roy is going to be live in Liberty Township, Greater Cincinnati, this evening at the famous Funny Bone. A bunch of stops coming up, including Syracuse, Washington, D.C., Lexington's Comedy Off-Broadway, August 18th and 19th. Madison, Wisconsin at the Orpheum, November 10th, and the following evening you'll be in Minneapolis.
Yes,
Am I
sir.
getting that right? Okay, with some great shows. Now, your dad, Roy Wood, was a famous broadcaster.
Yeah.
And interestingly enough, I mean, and a serious journalist. There are hundreds of pictures of your dad with Dr. Martin Luther King and various marches. Very serious business. And you ended up kind of in the same business, but a different. Was your dad funny?
No. You have to remember, like, my dad came up in, like, radio journalism in the 50s, so he was an embedded reporter. He started out as an embedded war reporter. So he was in, like, Rhodesia and, like, South Africa and Soweto during the riots in the 50s and African Civil War. Then the Vietnam War, which is, like, kind of an improvement if you're just talking about just the type of war and technology and just amenities. Like, you at least had a tent in Vietnam, and then you come home to the civil rights movement, which is in itself kind of a war. Pretty much wherever black people was getting shot at, my daddy pulled up with a tape recorder.
Well, kind of ironic, really. Because you're sort of doing the same thing. But.
Yeah, I'm running in with a microphone going, hey, you want to joke about all this serious stuff? My father was he was a very serious man. And he died when I was 16. I can count on two fingers the number of times I've ever saw him happy and laughing. Because you just see so much, like, even if you're not enlisted, the PTSD of seeing what you see at war, it warps your idea of fun. And just for perspective, my father hired Don Cornelius at WVON in radio. Don Cornelius,
the voice of Soul Train.
The creator of Soul Train. Don Cornelius was a cop. He gave my dad a ticket. My dad said, you have a nice voice. Here's my phone number, which could have gone a number of ways.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, whatever you're into, I guess.
I love your voice, sir. So, long story short, Don Cornelius starts working in radio, gets into television, gets the idea for Soul Train, comes back to my father. He goes, Roy, give me a little bit of money and I'm going to create a show like American Bandstand. You see what Dick Clark is doing? I'm going to do the same thing, but a black version. To which my father said, I don't want any parts of that investment. Nobody wants to watch black people dance for an hour.
Wow.
Weird war.
Wow.
To which my father was right, but also wrong. Like, there was drama happening in the country, which is exactly why black people needed to dance. Like, they needed a show. So Don Cornelius got filthy rich. My father forbid me from watching Soul Train.
Oh.
Wow.
That's also very, like, I'm not even joking. Like, my dad was so angry about it that he just straight up just turned that off.
Mm. Oh. My grandfather forbid me from watching Soul Train, but he was very racist.
That'll happen with grandpas. Yeah. That happens.
Now, can you dance, Roy?
No, which is also part of the problem. Like, Soul Train used to come on Saturday mornings in Birmingham, and my dad would make me watch Glow, Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling.
Wow.
Yeah, but you can wrestle now, can you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Wow. And your dad is in radio circles. I mean, in the Hall of Fame, and especially in Birmingham, he was one of the most well-known people there.
Yeah, anything where there was any type of struggle or fight for equality, my father was there covering it or interviewing and trying to hold people.
So when you broke into eventually comedy, you started doing radio, didn't you? Were you doing news like your dad?
No, but see, that's the thing. Imagine your father being the man who is just fighting for what's right and calling out the local city council. And
Roy, you had me at if your father was the man, but when you brought up fighting for what's right, I'm out. Not there.
Yeah.
And then you go to the same radio station where your dad built this legacy, and then you go, I would just like to do prank phone calls, please. I want to get cursed out by a stray. Hello, gas station? Yes, we'd like to do a celebrity barbecue next to the pump. Can we have that's what I did. So it pales in comparison. But, I wanted to be Stuart Scott. I just wanted to crack jokes, man. I just wanted to crack jokes. And then as I got older, you have a child, and then you start looking at the world and go, okay, what can I do about a joke that at least it gets people to look at something different. I'm not trying to change people's minds and reverse stuff, just to give you more information on things you already have an opinion on.
Now, when you had a son, did you consider doing Roy Wood III?
I can't do that to that boy. That's just not fair. Like, you know, like if you do something too well, like my fear is that you're the third, and then they look at you like, well, what are you doing? The first two were pretty cool. But this third one, you know, anytime there's a trilogy, one of the three is going to suck.
It's like The Godfather. Yeah. 3, not, here we're out.
Die Hard 2 wasn't solid before Die Hard 3 came out. But I'm just trying to raise a decent boy. I try and take him around and let him say hello to people. The one thing I'm trying to teach my son as a Southerner raising a New Yorker, essentially, is to give him those Southern values in a city that doesn't have them. So, you know, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, handshake, eye contact when you speak to people, things like that, just so he can understand how to basic relate to people, except for the person that runs the self-checkout. Screw them. They can go to hell. There isn't a person more rude than the overlord of self-checkout. This person who, he looks at...
I feel like there might have been an incident.
This person, your job is to stand there and watch me do what used to be your job. You're not better than me. And they're rude because, the machine, you scan something wrong and then the machine snitches on you. And just stand here. An employee is on the way to help you, you dummy.
I hate that.
Dummy.
And it's not warm. He's not endearing. And I've learned this from having a child, is that when a child has a problem, you don't come in and attack them for not knowing the solution. They may not have even known what the possible solution is, so you have to be understanding and warm and go, okay, let's figure it out. But he comes over, get out the way. I know the code and how to fix it. Jerk. AI should take some of the jobs. We keep going, we don't want too many jobs automated. Well, if this is how you're going to do this job, sir, then I'm going to go and figure out a computer algorithm to get rid of you. Because there's no, he stares at you. They stare at you, check where you live. The self-checkout gargoyle. This is person standing up on this perch and staring at you to see if you skip scan, where you look like you're scanning it, but you just pass it back into the bag. Like they look at you like you're stealing cocaine. I feel like I'm bagging crack at a crack house. Any of y'all ever bag crack at a crack
I've never
house?
done that.
It's been a while.
It's like when you're in a dope house and you're bagging up the dope, and they got the one guy that's overseeing everybody bagging it, and somebody in the counts off, and then the next time you come in, everybody's got to strip naked so that they know you're not stealing any of the crack.
Right.
That's why I lost you guys. I was trying to come up with analogies that we could all relate to, but I feel like we're not connecting anymore.
Crack. Do you know what the big thing that's being stolen right now is? Anybody know what this is? The answer, anybody know?
Catalytic converters, yeah.
Laundry detergent.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Just out of the stores?
A nationwide trend of stealing laundry detergent from grocery stores has now moved to Colorado. According to Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office, 3 men suspected of stealing hundreds of dollars worth of laundry detergent and scent booster beads from a King Soopers in Centennial last month. 32-year-old getaway driver has been arrested, but police are still searching for 2 other suspects. The incident, the latest in a widespread theft of laundry detergent that has plagued American grocery stores for about a decade.
Isn't that weird?
With the National Retail Federation listing laundry detergent as one of the top items stolen by organized crime groups. Apparently, it's an easy product to sell on Facebook Marketplace. And it's the new currency on the street that's traded for drugs, according to one sheriff's office in Louisiana.
Isn't that weird?
Oh, baby, give me 2 crack rocks. I got 3 Tide Pods. We're going to give it.
Hey, man, you got any Downy? I just think that's amazing. But and I noticed that in some of the stores I'll go to, they've got the detergent behind the glass.
Everything's behind the glass now. You go to a Walgreens or a CVS, all of these places now, they've locked up everything because everybody's stealing everything. You just got to go down each aisle with the Walgreens employee. All right, unlock that. All right, unlock that. All right, unlocked it. You know what? I work here. Just give me the keys. You go back up front and get a
You know, in San Francisco, they don't arrest anybody for shoplifting. In fact, in San Francisco, they actually, when you shoplift, they gift wrap it for you, so you can take it home in comfort.
Down on Frisco.
Roy Wood Jr. is our guest. And we are going to hang out also with comedian Rob Haney. We have another special guest from our staff, I understand, with a treat coming up in about an hour. But right now, it's my understanding that we're going to check in with Josh. Is that correct, Josh?
That's absolutely right. Angie is the place to go when you need something done at your house. Don't try to do it yourself. No. I've made that mistake. If you own a home, you know how much work it can take, whether it's everyday maintenance and repairs or making dream projects a reality. Christy, I know you've got some ideas.
I always have stuff cooking.
Yes, you should Angie that. Find a skilled local pro who will deliver the quality and expertise you require. Angie has over 20 years of home service experience. They've combined it with new tools to simplify the whole process, like their very cool Angie app. You can also go online, answer a few questions. Angie can handle the rest from start to finish. Or Angie can help you compare quotes from multiple pros and connect instantly, which means you can take care of just about any home project in only a few taps. Because when it comes to getting the most out of your home, you can do this when you Angie that. Download the free Angie mobile app today or visit Angie.com. That's ANGI.com.
Been using them for years.
Thank you very much. Now, we're going to come back. We're going to have a visit with comedian Rob Haney. Roy Wood Jr. is going to hang out with us for a while. Duke Tumatoe and the Power Trio once again celebrating Dayton, Ohio, especially with WTUE's anniversary with a great crowd.
Yeah.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Hey, Fidelity. What's it cost to invest with the Fidelity app?
Start with as little as $1 with no account fees or trade commissions on U.S. stocks and ETFs.
That's music to my ears.
I can only talk.
Investing involves risk, including risk of loss. Zero account fees apply to retail brokerage accounts only. Sell order assessment fee not included. A limited number of ETFs are subject to a transaction-based service fee of $100. See full list at fidelity.com/commissions. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
Well, look at this. Welcome back. It's the Bob and Tom Show live from Dayton, Ohio.
Let the lady speak.
That's right. We're at the Tank at the arcade. Willie Griswold is here.
Good morning, y'all.
Yeah. Tom is here. Oh, there's Josh.
Thanks for joining us, Josh.
Chick, I'm sure will be on his way, and we do have a special guest, do we not?
We do indeed. We are live at the Tank in Dayton, Ohio, celebrating the birthday of WTUE Radio. Our special guest from Birmingham, Alabama.
Yes.
He is a distinguished broadcaster. He's the son of a very distinguished broadcaster, but he brings the funny. You may have seen him on The Daily Show. Not lately. But he remains Roy Wood Jr., ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Great to see you, Roy. We're going to get a song out of Duke Tumatoe and the Power Trio in just a second. Thank you very much, Duke. Now, Roy, you've been very busy doing The Daily Show, currently on a, how do I delicately word this?
A great comedy tour.
Hiatus, which is French for strike.
He was at the correspondence dinner.
Yes.
Huge
Killing
gig.
it, yes.
Had to be nervous, but you haven't been doing like regular stand-up the way you are now. You've got, I know, Liberty Township at the Funny Bone this weekend, a whole bunch of gigs coming up. You've been kind of off stage.
Yeah, the last 2-3 years.
A little rusty? Did you get
a little bit? We got the rust off. I'm ready to really get back and kick it. What I am learning now. Chick, when did you get to the point in your life?
Yes, go ahead. Yeah.
If I eat this, I know I'm going to need to take a dump in exactly 93 minutes. We all got that food at this point, this age, right?
Yeah, absolutely. 40s, 50s, yeah.
And so I ate a food, and then I mistimed my dump window. And I was on stage when it was time to pay the price.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, have you ever been in that situation?
My body kind of shuts down. Like my digestive system stops when I'm on stage. Oh, dude. Did you end up?
I was in Louisville, Kentucky.
Home of Hot Brown.
Ironic, really.
And they, I had, and I'm not going to say that this is what it was. I'm going to say it was a combination of these two items, but we all know what alcohol can do to us at times. But apparently having a plate full of chili spaghetti will accelerate. And so the alcohol and the chili spaghetti got into a fight in my stomach, and I'm on stage 33 minutes into a 50-minute contract. And I just know I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. And I had no idea what to do. So I do my closing joke, 35. They haven't dropped checks yet. People haven't paid. And I just went, thank you, Louisville. Yeah. And they went, ah. And the room is like rocking. The MC is confused. He's like, what are you doing? I'm just like, get back up on this stage. And I whisper in his ear. He comes on stage, I whisper in his ear, do 5 minutes and then bring me up for an encore. And I run off the stage, and I took the fastest speed dump. Usain Bolt level. Those Jamaican women that keep winning. Just out, and people are trying to speak to me, and you come off stage and you're trying to get to the bathroom. Hey man, you're really funny. You would get your ass out the way.
The launch codes the keys have been turned. It's happening.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
so
rough.
Those are the things. Those are the new lessons I'm learning as I'm back out on the road. Is that I just need to have a salad before.
Wow, good to know.
Or wait to eat after.
Write that down as a young comedian.
Did I share too much?
No.
No, not with us.
I feel like I've been sharing way too much with y'all.
No, we're friends. Okay. We're family.
Similarly in radio, especially back in the day, one of the things you learned when you would hear certain songs, you would know that something was happening.
Either the DJ was in the bathroom or getting...
Yeah, if you
somebody was getting free concerts.
No, conducting commerce for concert tickets.
If you heard the album version of Stairway to Heaven, someone was probably getting free concert tickets and sodomized.
I did not say that.
Well, I'm glad
the implication wasn't enough.
No,
he had to say sodomized.
Do you want the good seats or not?
He used to call me Picasso when I do stuff like that, and here he is.
Sorry, Roy Wood Jr. is our guest. And Roy is back on the road on tour, as I mentioned earlier. Tonight it's going to be Liberty Township, Ohio's Funny Bone. That's tonight and tomorrow. And then Syracuse, Washington, D.C., Comedy Off-Broadway in Lexington. Beautiful Lexington, Kentucky, August 18th and 19th. And then Madison, Wisconsin's Orpheum Theater, November 10th for Roy Wood Jr. live and in person. I know you're a big baseball fan. Do you have any feelings about the pitch clock? Or apparently it's the ratings are up a little bit. Is that correct?
I think that
the All-Star game was down, I think.
But, I mean, in general for baseball?
It seems like people are enjoying the faster-paced game.
Faster does not mean more exciting. And to me, the issue is excitement.
It does seem, though, like there's 10 9s and 7 8s and, 5 6s.
Stolen bases are up,
50%.
Right. It's like there's more of a product, but I think, something as simple as letting players perfect example, Chip.
No,
Chip.
you're all right. That's fine. A long time. We've known each other since I was Chip. It's 20 years.
Chip McGrew.
20 years. Hey, Chip.
Uh-huh.
Home Run Derby, they had painted bats with these cool designs on them. The socks were cool. You can't even do that in a game. If you came out, dare you be too much of your own personality, they're going to hit you in the face with a fastball. Like the kid from Cincinnati right now, the hot young rookie, if he starts getting too happy, they'll hit him with a couple of balls the same way they did Ronald Acuna in Atlanta a couple of years ago when he showed a little too much happiness and flair. And I think that belongs in the game. If you're going to have all these rule changes, that's fine. What the game needs is personality to draw in the youth who really want to be a part of that. And I think that's the part that I think baseball is still a little too old-time.
I don't know if you saw the story yesterday, but the pinstripes. The New York Yankees, who, as Chick pointed out, still don't have the names in the back of their uniforms.
Yeah.
They're getting a patch with the company, I believe it's called Star with 2 R's, Star Insurance.
Mm-hmm.
They did a $25 million deal. They will be starting in, I think, a couple of weeks. They'll be the first team that has an official logo on the uniform. I mean, I hope it doesn't turn into NASCAR.
It will.
But then the NASCAR, to me, the logos have become meaningless because there are too many of them, and it's like you're behind the guy that has, the Coexist bumper sticker and the Grateful Dead thing and 50 other bumper stickers.
How are you going to pay? Eventually, the fans are going to have to wear logos too to pay all these players.
Oh, that's right.
It ain't going to just be the players. It's like as soon as you go to the game, okay, here's your patch. Put this on the front of your head, please. I don't know. I love baseball. That's my first love, but I just wish that they would let a little bit more of the flair and the fun.
And you lived in Chicago. You spent a lot of time. Is Wrigley Field, is the Wrigley Company paying what that's actually the market value of naming that stadium? Or is that
I don't know. That's a question for the Ricketts family. I know that, is it Sloan Park at Wrigley? Every stadium is getting these long names now, too, as well.
Some of the race card things.
Such and such insurance guaranteed at Bank Park Field.
Oh, like Invesco at Mile High where the Broncos players.
Yeah, Dash Crypto. Whoops, sorry. Probably shouldn't have let you name our stadium. But anyway, thanks for the cash.
Here at Enron Stadium.
Field Court.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the players they're paying more money. To me, the biggest issue with sports as well is that the price of everything. I don't know if you've been to a ball game this year. Those hot dogs are creeping up. I'm getting back into sneaking food into the. I'll put 2 Baconators in my pocket, but they don't pat you down. You just got to wear the right cargo pants. You can get 2 Baconators in a baseball game.
Yeah. Don't they leak?
Yeah, but do you want cheap food or not? Sacrifices have to be made. So yes, It's going to be warm mayonnaise and bacon grease down your.
And apparently they leak 93 minutes later.
Boom. Thank you very much. We're going to take a music break. How about that? Get some music out of our great band here. We have the Brass to Mouth Horns and Dr. Duke Tomato, on his way to Kingston Mines a week from now for a couple of shows in Chicago. What do you got for us, Duke?
What you told me to have for me.
Again, with the behind-the-scenes.
Why is this always the same bit?
Why don't you surprise me and play something?
I'm guessing you both are kind of set in your ways.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There we go.
Squeaky. Come home tonight. Get your butt plug wicked freaky. I wanna tie you up. LED maybe said freaky. I wanna tie you up.
It's in the butt.
Okay. I wanna tie you up. Freaky. I wanna tie you up. I know a handcuff might sound rough. Once you get started, baby, you can't get enough. I wanna tie you up. I wanna tie you up. I wanna tie you up. Wanna tie you up. I'm not looking for a girl who likes to shop. Wanna fuck me a woman knows how to use a crop. I'm gonna tie you up. Gonna tie you up. Yeah. Gonna tie you up. Gonna tie you up. Oh, sweet tea. resist. If it don't hurt, she gets pissed. I wanna tie you up. Wanna tie you up. True story. Wanna tie you up. Wanna tie you up.
You call that a fist?
I'm done. I'm just done.
I'd be done too.
Okay.
I feel somehow I've been violated.
Yeah.
I can make it worse. Ready?
We're waiting on you, son.
Well, she said, Mr. Smart Guy, let's have some fun. She said, watch this. I'm going to strap this on.
I actually have been there. I want to tie you up.
No, thank you, Peg.
I want to tie you up.
Your name was Peg, you see that?
I want to tie you up. Want to tie you up. Willie's the man.
Here's the thing, everybody. Some guys are freaky, but baby, I'm needy. I need a beer cracked, get my back scratched. I'm gonna tell you about my feelings. All afternoon, baby. Tell me if you still love me. Come on, all right?
I'm gonna tie you up.
You can't go out with your guy friends. I don't care what you say, please.
I'm gonna tie you up.
Yeah. Just call me and tell me you love me. Once an hour, every 15 minutes.
I'm gonna tie you up.
Tell it.
Christy, you got a story?
No, I'm done. One and done. That's me.
I find that hard to believe.
Now I'm blushing.
Here we go.
I can maybe help you do one.
No.
Why don't I feed you the lines?
This will be good.
I want to move to a new house.
I want to move to a new house.
I currently live in a hut.
I currently live in a hut.
When it comes to personal intimacy, I prefer it in the...
I'm not saying that.
No.
I want to tie you up.
That was my line.
I want to tie you up.
He took your one.
I know.
I want to tie you up. I want to tie you up.
I got something to say, dude.
Oh, God.
When I ain't got no girl, when there's no love to be making, I get busy with 1.5 pounds of bacon. I'm gonna fry you up.
I want to tie you up.
Fry you up.
I want to saute you up.
Low and slow, baby.
I want to tie you up. Can you hear me? Bark like a dog. Much more. Where do you think you never done before? I want to tie you up. We had enough. I want to tie you up.
Yes.
I want to tie you up.
Is it time? Can I do it? Can I do the wheel knife thing? I like the wheel knife thing.
Well, it's not part of the song anymore, but whatever you want.
Oh, it has to be part of the song.
No, you can't. It's for
No,
you.
I don't want to do it now. It's time to roll like a big wheel and cut like a big knife. Well, you didn't roll like a big wheel or cut like a big knife.
There he goes.
It's rolling now.
There he is. Yeah. See? This is the meth part, Tom.
Duke Tumatoe and the Power Trio featuring the Brass to Mouth Horns. Classic song. Thank you very much, gents. That was very, very fine, and I liked your verse especially.
Can I do a shout out to Amy at Avis?
Amy at Avis?
Yeah, can I do that?
Yeah, as long as it's not anything like it was to Tina.
But okay.
I hope you're sitting down.
No. Amy's no.
She did a nice job for you.
Well, she's been very helpful to us.
Well, that's so nice.
Thank you, Amy.
I figured you were saying I couldn't do it, but then
Was that the company? Their motto used to be "We're number 2."
We try harder. Yeah.
Oh, we try harder. That's not "We're number 2." That would be.
Folks, you just witnessed a man get $20 off his car rental. That's something.
Congratulations, dude.
Right now, I want to say hello.
Amy's a saint.
I want to say hello to our friends at HelloFresh.
HelloFresh.
This is the summer. You don't want to spend your time at the grocery store trying to find the sour cream and the horseradish. Where the hell are they? No, HelloFresh does the shopping for you, and then they do the measuring, and they send you the recipe card with what you've ordered. It's perfect. You have some fun putting it together sometimes in as few as, say, 10 minutes. Willie, what are you talking about here?
Yeah, y'all, check out the barbecue pulled chicken tacos with creamy slaw and red onion. HelloFresh sends you 8 ingredients. Put those together in 4 easy steps. In 20 minutes, you have this delicious, colorful taco dish you made at home with help from HelloFresh.
And it's peak time for summer produce. The word fresh is in there for a reason. We're talking farm to table. And whatever, I don't know what you want to call it, like your food lifestyle. If you're vegan over here, they've got that. Then you go way over this way for comfort food. They've got it all. Every week, more than 40 recipes to choose from. Have some fun. It's great for date night, Josh.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, baby, drink a double of that. We'll get back to the food.
Whoa.
That's right. Have some fun. It's a great way to teach the kids how to cook. HelloFresh. They send you the box, you put it together. There's a special code. You know what it is? It's
What
BT
is it?
Show 50. Do you know why there's a 50 there, Christy?
Why is there a 50 there, Tom?
Because it's 50% off. Thanks for asking. HelloFresh.com/BT Show 50. You'll need the code a couple times. Don't forget it, like Bob Tom Show, BT Show 50. HelloFresh.com/BT Show 50. Let's hear it for our good friend Roy Wood Jr., ladies and gentlemen. Be looking for Roy coming up post-strike, back on the tube. Congratulations, Roy. I want to say real quick, the first time we met Roy, we were having a big Christmas party, and he was on that morning, and he goes, hey, would you guys mind if I came to the party and did a few minutes? And he arrived. He was kind of a brand-new comedian. He killed it. He's been great on stage forever since day one. Be sure to go see him live, especially this weekend in Cincinnati at the Funny Bone. And check out Roy online, find out what's going on. Roy, we really appreciate you taking the time to come see us. You are the best. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
More Bob and Tom next. Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We are live in Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah.
For the annual WTUE Birthday Bash celebration.
It's an annual birthday?
47th year. There's Christy Lee.
Hi, Chick.
Josh Arnold's here. There's Willie Griswold. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Blabbermouth with a couple of swell introductions.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Chickster.
Thank you. Chickster.
We've been hanging out with comedian Roy Wood Jr. Roy is right there. He's going to stick around. We're happy to have him here. He'll be at the Liberty Township Funny Bone tonight and tomorrow. Roy is on the road. Other stops include Syracuse, New York, Washington, D.C., Comedy Off-Broadway in beautiful Lexington, Kentucky. He'll be there August 18th and 19th. And then, of course, he's going to be at the Orpheum in Madison, Wisconsin, where I understand they're going to be celebrating beer all year. November 10th for Roy Wood Jr. at the Orpheum in Madison. That's a do-not-miss show. Also, we have been joined by an Ohio comedy legend. He is comedian Rob Haney, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you very much to Tumatoe and the Power Trio. Oh, those guys are great. Now, hey, Rob, how are you?
Oh, you know, just living the nightmare.
Yeah, all right.
And are you a native of the Dayton area?
Oh, yeah. I grew up here, and I live in a suburb now, but this was home, although if you're really from Dayton, you know it's pronounced Dayton.
Oh, really? I'm not aware of that. Yeah. And you're kind of a hillbilly, let's face it.
Yeah, to a certain extent. Yeah, I always felt bad. I remember in school I'd taken Spanish. The Spanish teacher was very nice, but all us hillbillies, even the ones that studied and tried, it never sounded right, you know. Hola, Parker. ¿Qué tal there? ¿Cómo estás there, buddy?
Now, you're a married guy. I know you're a married man. Is that going okay?
46 years, yes.
Wow, all right.
Yeah. Don't get excited. I'm pretty sure she's slowly poisoning my food.
And you are kind of semi-retired, is that fair to say?
Yeah, I've kind of retired from touring and appearing live, which is my retirement's went largely unnoticed. But yeah, I just kind of, well, for a variety of reasons, quit doing it. One, I started having stage fright very late. You know, I'd done it probably for 30 years, and all of a sudden, started in Denver, maybe altitude, and later on in Reno and Albuquerque, I started having problems. Really? And it just got really scary for me. And this was kind of a deterrent. I was in a club, and this man and wife come up, this couple come up to me after the show, and the lady says, "This is the 4th time we've seen you." And I was just about to say thank you when she goes, "Yeah, me and my husband are over-the-road truck drivers, and we're big comedy fans, and it seems like every town we go to, it's you." So I realized what I thought was a compliment was actually a complaint.
Wow. And then you were a club owner for a while there.
Yes, I did. Like a lot of, George Lopez and other people after a successful TV run, I opened up my own club. Brad Garrett, we all do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I owned a club. In fact,
Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, what's the old phrase? Those who can do, those who can't teach, and those who can't do anything, just buy the club.
I see. Now, you're a big baseball fan. I assume a Reds fan from day one?
Oh, absolutely. I've been starting back at Crosley Field. And, in fact, my wife and I just recently, for our 46-year wedding anniversary, went to the Reds game because we lived together for a couple years. And for our honeymoon, we went to the Reds game. I had tickets to a doubleheader. People, really? That was your honeymoon? I thought, well, we had the tickets to the game way longer than we did the marriage plans. And so we always try to go. And we went this past time. And well, you know how I am on technology. I'm not really embracing it. And I couldn't figure out how to get tickets on your phone. Plus, trust me, you don't want to be behind me in line while I'm trying to find that app on my phone, But so I just called to get tickets. And I want tickets and pick them up will call. I've always kept my tickets. Roy,
Yeah, you get the tangible. You're supposed to.
Yes, I want an actual ticket. I mean, I don't want, hey, Grandpa, can you show me the QR code when you went to the World Series? I want
not that romantic.
I want an actual ticket.
Sure.
So I called up, and I should have made my plans before the Reds got hot. So I called up. I asked, talking to the guy on the phone, I'm going to get him at will call. And I said, yeah, I'd like section 123, right, such and such seats where I always had them. He said, no, those aren't available. I said, okay, how about, these? And he said, no, the whole lower level, So I said to him, luckily, he kind of laughed. I go, I should have bought these tickets when they still sucked, right? Because early in the season, they were not doing that well. And now, of course, it was just crazy. We were down there, had a great time, but both games were sold out. And, well, you guys always make fun of being cheap. The hotel was way more expensive than it normally was. But, yeah, it's great. I love it. I'm a big Reds fan.
Now, I'm guessing you did not go to the Taylor Swift concerts a couple weeks ago in Cincinnati that sold out the stadium twice.
No, I did not go. Although I'm just self-serving, but I made the pharmacist laugh. I had to pick up, again, this may sound cheap, and you guys always make fun of me. I'm picking up a prescription for my wife, and the lady goes, that'll be $900. I said, does that come with Taylor Swift tickets? Luckily, she laughed, but I was just shocked.
900 wouldn't have gotten you in the door.
No, it's crazy. Yeah. And I wouldn't know her. I mean, I know she's very huge, but, I wouldn't know if it was her or Britney Spears or whoever those.
Did you give the pharmacist $900, or did you go home and say, honey, I've got bad news?
You're going to die. You're going to be a little itchy, then you're going to die.
There were some phone calls made.
Okay.
Yeah. And she said she was working on something where there's some kind of a discount she can get later on or qualify for something, and she didn't have to have it right at that moment. But, yeah.
So you didn't pay?
No, I paid $12 for a different one she needed. But
yeah, the one that had the morphine.
But she's going to get it. It won't be $900, is my understanding.
All right. But we're going to take a short break and come right back with a little bit of music from Duke Tumatoe. We've got Roy Wood Jr. here, Rob Haney hanging out with us, and we have a special surprise coming up in about 20 minutes. That's right. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Get a look at today's show on our YouTube channel.
This is a message from sponsor Intuit TurboTax. Taxes was getting frustrated by your forms. Now, Taxes is uploading your forms with a snap, and a TurboTax expert will do your taxes for you. One who's backed by the latest tech, which cross-checks millions of data points for absolute accuracy, all of which makes it easy for you to get the most money back, guaranteed. Get an expert now at TurboTax.com. Only available with TurboTax Live Full Service. See guaranteed details at turbotax.com/guarantees.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We're live in Dayton, Ohio. We're at the Tank at the arcade, downtown Dayton. TUE's big birthday celebration. There's Christy Lee.
Hello, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold. Hey, Chick. Willie Griswold's here.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick, and here's Tom with all our guests.
It's a beautiful room. They call it the Tank, downtown Dayton. It's part of the arcade. It's a great spot. It looks great. It sounds great. We got a great crowd here. And we are broadcast worldwide on YouTube. Joining us on the dais, we have comedian Roy Wood Jr., ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, Roy. Hello.
And a native of what county? What county is this?
Well, Montgomery County.
Is that where you're from?
I think it's Beaver Creek.
Well, I'm now in Beaver Creek, which is Greene County, but Dayton is Montgomery.
Where were you? What county were you born in?
Montgomery County.
A native of Montgomery County. It's comedian Rob Haney. Duke Tomato and the Power Trio and the great Brass to Mouth Horn section. Thank you very much, Duke.
You know, Rob Haney is responsible for one of my all-time favorite jokes ever told on this show.
Yep.
And I don't know if he remembers it or not, because you know how weird I am. I like different things. But it was about, and of course the Bengals, Cincinnati Bengals are nowhere. I mean, they're amazing now, obviously, with Burrow and the whole crew. But do you remember your opening day joke for the Cincinnati Bengals?
Well, only because you brought up, I always have to remember the coach, because I like the coach. He's Hall of Famer, Pittsburgh Steelers, came from them. He was a deep
Dick LeBeau?
Yes, Dick LeBeau was the coach.
LeBeau.
I was looking forward to it.
From London, Ohio, by the way.
Yeah.
Dick
How
LeBeau.
about that?
What county is he in?
Madison County, you piece of shit. Yes, Rob. Dick LeBeau was the coach.
Anyways, but I don't even remember this because you always remember it. It's true.
Yep.
I'm at the very opening game. It's his very first game.
Rob's been a Bengals fan forever.
Right.
Yeah.
And in any event, it's the very first play on offense, the Bengals were flagged for delay of game. You had a year. You had a year to call that
play. An entire year. This is what you came up with.
I've been a Bengals fan since their inception. And again, sports fans, I think, will know what I'm talking about here in the sense I was a Browns fan before that because that was the only team that I grew up with, was the Browns. And initially, they were in the AFC, and the Bengals were in the AFC. And
Browns were in the NFL forever, and then they got switched to the NFL.
And I thought it was okay to have, I don't think you're allowed to have two teams. That's my own feeling. You have to have one team, pick it, root for them.
All right.
But I didn't mind, rooting for both of them because they were in different, leagues.
Right.
And then once they merged, I thought, you got to pick one. And I thought, well, Cincinnati's much closer. I might actually go to the game there versus Cleveland, a few hours away. So I don't hate the Browns, but hate the Browns fans. But I'm a big Bengal fan.
Tom's a Brown fan, right?
Yes, I do.
That went over well. That's good. You saw the response. Thank you very much. Now, both of you guys are professional comedians, as is Willie, as is Josh. However, I'll
evidently Christy and I parked the cars. I guess. That's fine. That's fine.
Professional stand-up comedians. We've all done our share on the stage, but even Tiger Woods takes the.
I've trod the boards.
The occasional golf lesson. So don't be insulted here, Roy, when I say that this is a lesson in comedy coming your way. Here it comes.
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice? Ace Cosby. Here he is with his joke of the day.
Hey, where's my camera at? Hey, what do you call a laughing motorcycle?
I don't know.
A Yamaha.
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
Come on. Hey, he's about to go on vacation. Prop him up a little bit. Make him feel good.
As Bugs Bunny would say, oh, Guinevere.
Thank you very much.
Always made me laugh.
Ace is our engineer. He's running the stuff and somewhere. We certainly appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ace.
Thank you very much. Now, I want to point a couple things out. Roy Wood Jr. back on the road.
Roy, they had all year to call the play. Delay a game.
All year. All year.
All year.
Now, that's not my favorite Rob Haney joke.
Oh,
What's your favorite?
is yours the poem?
The poem.
Yeah. That's what.
Oh, sure.
Do you remember that, Joe?
Yes, I do.
Now, can I?
Yes, I do.
I think I can fix it for you. So hang on just one second.
All righty.
I think it would be possible to do that joke if you.
Oh yeah, we've got a word of the morning actually.
Yeah. Is that it? Is that correct? Am I getting the spelling correct?
I think it starts with a C.
That starts with a C. No.
Yeah, it's not hunt.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you whisper it to
Here
him,
it is.
Willie?
We've got it.
Okay. Now,
okay.
Do you remember the background on this story? It was a true news story.
Yeah, it was absolutely true. I was on God, this has been quite a few years ago. But anyways, I'm on the show, and I think Bob has asked me about if I watch porn and stuff in the hotel room, and I said, no, I'm by myself. Why warm up the car if you're not going anywhere?
Right.
And plus, those things got so exciting.
You ever think of that, Josh? Why warm up the car if you're not going anywhere?
No, I haven't.
You always go somewhere, don't you?
Yeah, I get there.
Well, plus, I'm making my.
You always get there.
I mean,
even if you have to ask for help.
I'm on an SSRI. It takes a while, but I get there.
Plus, again, I was married, of course, and these porns get pretty. I didn't watch a lot of them, but lots of times they have two women. In the same, which, just made me miss my wife and some other woman. In any event, so he's asked me about that. I mentioned I'd just seen this. It was Dr. Ruth. And she was either a guest, I think she was a guest on another show, but people were seeking advice, and some guy called her up, and he said that he'd been dating this girl, but he broke up with her because she had, and this is the awkward part, extreme odor.
Yeah.
Down there in the mountain part.
Yes. And he said that since they had broken up, they had remained very close friends, and she had dated these two other guys, and those relationships broke off kind of suddenly. He thought maybe, it was the same reason. Should he tell her? Mm-hmm. And I'm not making this up. This was Dr. Ruth's advice. She said, send the girl some flowers, and one side of the card, write a little poem, something positive and upbeat. And I thought, can you imagine that poor guy trying to write that poem? Roses are red, violets are blue. You're real sweet, but you're coochie. Woo!
A good poem and a callback to the word coochie. Thank you very much. That's I think the fourth time it's been mentioned on today's show. Roy, you are currently technically, I guess, are you technically on strike?
Yeah, ain't no technically. All that thing is shut down, bro. Like I don't know when work is going to
I think it's the first time both have been stopped for 60 years.
1960.
Yeah. The writer's strike. I love the one, the photograph of the one writer holding a strike sign with nothing on it. I'm not writing anything.
Yeah, and the cast of Oppenheimer walked out of the premiere last night when the strike hit. Oh. They just walked out.
I did the same thing at Christopher Nolan's last movie, Tenet, but it was just because it was confusing and boring. What are you doing? Start at the beginning, go to the end.
You weren't on strike or anything. But you are on tour, Roy.
Yes.
And you got a bunch of gigs coming up. I've mentioned the one tonight and tomorrow, Liberty Township. Then you're going to make stops, as I said earlier, Syracuse, Washington, Lexington, Kentucky. That's, by the way, the 18th and 19th of August at Comedy Off-Broadway. And then Madison, Wisconsin, the Orpheum, coming up on November 10th. And the night after that, you're in Minneapolis.
Yeah, Minneapolis. I also want to say real quick about all of my shows, and I know this has been a big question just in terms of equality and inclusion. Ugly people are welcome at my shows.
Oh, that's very nice.
And I don't want them to feel unwelcome at any point. You ever go in a place and there's too many good-looking people, and you be like, am I the ugly one? I don't want anyone to feel like that at my show.
Okay.
Fair enough.
We're all sixes, so just show up.
Well, thank you.
That's going to be my next tour, chick. All sixes.
All sixes.
That's very nice. Now, coming up, we have a little surprise. On the dais, we'll be joined by a special guest. We certainly will look forward to that.
Oh, it is Friday.
Yes,
that's right.
it is.
What do you mean? Why are you saying it like that?
I mean, it is Friday. That's right.
We're also going to be getting another song out of Duke Tumatoe and the Power Trio. And I do want to mention the Duke's on the road next weekend at the famous Kingston Mines, Chicago, Illinois. July 21st
and he has a strict no uggos policy, right?
Oh.
Duke, nobody ugly in there. Didn't mean to stop the show of the dead. Sorry.
I think Duke's having a snack of some sort. You okay there, Duke? He's fine.
He's having a snack.
I'll talk for him. Duke says thank you, Josh.
Okay.
Wherever Duke is, that's where I want to be because he does not give a damn.
Right now it's quiz time.
0 F's given up there.
Okay. A quick quiz. I'll start with Chick.
Yes, sir, Mr. Griswold.
What is your sleep number setting, sir?
100, sir.
What does that mean?
I like a firm mattress, and that's what my sleep number provides.
I see. Christy Lee, what is your
Too
sleep?
hard. I like it softer. 45.
I missed it last night. Holy heck.
Yeah,
Okay. Now, what that means is they have the adjustable setting on the sleep number bed, and either side of the bed has its own setting. Thus, if Chick and Christy were a couple, they could both be happy because they can set their happy. I just was thinking about you two as a couple. I'm trying to figure out where you'd bury her body.
Don't you think if that was supposed to happen, it would have
by now?
Sure, absolutely. The point is the sleep number bed has adjustable firmness. It's such a simple idea, perfectly executed by the Sleep Number people. And right now, I should point this out, you can adjust the setting at any time. So if you decide you're more of a 100 than a 40, do whatever you want with that button. Now, you can sleep at the next level, unlock your potential to have a great night's sleep. And this is serious business. You can save $1,200 on the Sleep Number the most popular Sleep Number bed, the 360 Smart Bed Plus. Special financing is available for a limited time only at your Sleep Number store, sleepnumber.com/BT show. Find out about that financing offer by going to the store and get all the details. I know I love my Sleep Number bed. Okay, Josh, I know you. What's your Sleep Number setting?
65. Thank you for asking.
I have one.
What's your setting?
Well, I'm kind of a private person. It's an unlisted sleep number.
Thank you very much, Montgomery County. We're coming right back with a little surprise. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Take your plans out of the group chat and get long weekend ready in new Abercrombie. From day to night, pack new outfits for every part of your itinerary. Grabbing brunch? Throw on the A&F Mila dress. Then head to your dinner reservation in their new bubble hem mini dress. And yes, permission to overpack for pics with the girls. Abercrombie's best-selling Scarlet Squirt deserves a post in your feed. Your plans are worth it. Shop Abercrombie's new long weekend collection online or in store.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We are live in Dayton, Ohio, downtown for WTUE's birthday celebration.
All right.
Good morning, Dayton. Hello. Christy Lee is here.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
There's Willie Griswold.
Yo.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. We have a special treat coming up, but I want to get a couple things organized here. Thank you very much for joining us. This is a great room. Downtown Dayton. It's called The Tank, and it's kind of a theater in the round. We got a great crowd here of folks that got up early to come see us. Thank you very much for coming. We are in a building known as the Arcade in downtown Dayton. Beautiful spot. And we have been joined in the studio by Montgomery County birther. Wait a minute. That's
birther?
No.
What got you on the county designation? What?
Why did you say he's from Dayton, Ohio?
A pain in my ear.
Because he's not. He
is from Dayton.
Where do you live?
Yes, he is.
Well, I live in a suburb now, Beaver Creek, but I lived in Dayton majority
Most
of my
of his life?
Yeah.
Beaver Creek. Huh?
Yes.
Okay. Now,
is there a ski resort there too?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, that'd be a drag. If you
Cross country, I imagine.
Yeah, you lived in Europe and you heard about the great skiing in Beaver Creek.
You show up in Beaver Creek, Ohio.
You know, Josh, when you hear about the great skiing in Beaver Creek, you understand. Then somehow, through certainly not my fault, I end up in Beaver Creek, Ohio. Imagine my chagrin.
I'm sure it's lovely there. I bet there might even be a ski place. Is there a ski place in Beaver Creek, Ohio?
Not to my knowledge. I did try to ski one time, and you folks in Dayton will hopefully remember this. I tried to ski once in Suicide Hill. Remember the place they used to call? Give me one of these if you remember. I'm talking about Suicide Hill. Very dangerous, very drop thing, and it ran a bunch of trees, and some guy had skis, and he said, "You want to try it?" And I said, "Okay," and I got on them and started going really fast and saw the trees and thought, "I better fall down right now." And just tipped over before I actually, hit a tree or something bad happened.
Well, now, as you know, Rob, we do pretty much all the news on this show. But sometimes we miss a story, and when that happens, we have to bring in a very special guest, which we're going to do right now. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special intro.
Now, here's Jeff Oskay with What You Failed to Mention News.
Jeff Oskay, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, everybody!
J.O., baby, J.O.
Oh, thanks for having me. As you know, we give you a lot of the news each week. We don't give you all the news, so I'm here to give you the news that we failed to mention.
Now, here's Jeff Oskay with What You Failed to Mention News.
Yeah, what he said. A man caused chaos by throwing lit firecrackers into a silent disco party. What you failed to mention, I'm not sure who I hate more, the guy who threw the firecrackers or the guy who threw the silent disco. David Rush, our good friend David Rush, set a new world record for popping 44 party poppers in 30 seconds last week. What you failed to mention, his dog is still hiding under the bed.
He hates it.
Live drums.
Oh, he is not a fan of me. I'll tell you that. You're going to love this one, Joe. A man stole $76,000 in cheese. What you failed to mention, unbelievable. Oh, PJ wants in on some of the action.
Unbelievable.
There you go. Okay. You son of a... We learned sometimes bird couples divorce. What you failed to mention, imagine their bird fight. Well, the only reason I married you in the first place was because you were a swallow. You saved it, PJ. This is... A man saw a squirrel steal a vape and then climb up in a tree and smoke it. What you failed to mention, see, squirrels can be douchebags too, dude. Oh, there we go. Saves it every time. No. And Russell Stover set a new world record with gigantic chocolates in a gigantic box weighing an amazing 2,547 pounds. Oh. What you failed to mention, with my luck, I'd grab the 30-pound raspberry cream.
Not a fan. No. Doesn't care for that flavor.
Tastes awful. Ooh.
8 roller coaster riders were stuck upside down for hours at a festival in Wisconsin. What you failed to mention, I bet that's the last time they ride the DQ Blizzard.
Upside down, you see, they turn it over.
Yes. Do you guys have those in a hut? Okay.
Yeah, that's it. They don't have them in a hut. That was a problem.
Yeah, that's definitely the problem. Apparently, my rider's on strike as well. A man was arrested for canoeing while intoxicated. What you failed to mention, I'm pretty sure in the Midwest, it's against the law to canoe without being intoxicated. Oh, man, I just Dick Hitswatered that.
Yeah, baby.
And finally, a white peacock is on the loose in a Montreal suburb. What you failed to mention, the peacock is so white.
How white is it?
That it vacations with the Griswolds in Beaver Creek. I'm Jeff Oskay, and this has been the news for live.
Jeff Oskay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jeff Oskay. Thank you very much, Jeffrey. Now, we're also joined by comedian Rob Haney, once again a native of this portion of Ohio. And did you go to high school in Dayton?
Yes, I did. Belmont High School.
Belmont? The Fighting what?
Bison.
The Fighting Bisons.
Oh.
Were there a lot of bisons in this area at the time?
Not to my knowledge. There's one hanging in the auditorium, but that's the only one I was aware of.
I see. Were you on the football team?
No, I think I even told you this once before. It's kind of sad, depressing, but I was on the team and for a little bit. Where you played Chick, where you did the whole summer, the two-a-days.
It was a nightmare. Yeah.
Did all this, and I'm doing all this, and they had me playing a little bit of fullback and a little bit at guard, and now it's the last day, and we're going to play the next week, and that big chalkboard up. They got like first string, second string, third string, for like guard and fullback. I look up, my name's not anywhere under those positions. Then I see on the blackboard, there's this other list with no title, all these names on it, all these guys sucked. And my name was on that list. And that's the first time it occurred to me, God, you suck. So this other guy who was with me at the time, his name wasn't on that list, but I convinced him to go swimming. The guy, screw this stuff. We didn't go back for the afternoon ones. We're just going to swim. I'm not going to bother to go through this trouble to be some guy, in my senior year where the coach comes out and says, a lot of these guys need a lot of playing time, but they were an integral part of the time. Let's have a nice hand for Bob Hanley. And I thought, I'm not doing all that, so I quit. And or didn't show up, and my buddy didn't either. So my friend gets a call. Coach McDermott calls him up and said, hey, you don't give up this early. Take some time. There's some people ahead of you, talent. Rethink it. Come back. And he did. My friend tells me this, and a little bit later in the day, I get a call from Coach McDermott, and my dad goes, Coach McDermott wants you on the phone. I'm walking the phone thinking, should I go back? Should I not go back? And I go, hello, and he goes, Haney, I want that helmet, pads, cleats, back. Monday morning, I'm off. It's by 8 o'clock. That's when I realized, yep, you're on the suck list.
Yeah.
He's not even interested in talking me into coming back.
God, sorry to hear that. Duke Tumatoe is here with us along with the Power Trio, and I want to mention again Duke and the boys next weekend, Kingston Mines in Chicago. But right now, you got another tune for us, Duke? You play what you want to play this time. Okay, and he's walking to the microphone.
Well, there's always a problem when I play what I want to play on your show.
Why
I don't
is that?
know it. Because it's always too long or in the way or something.
When I go like this, end it.
We have 7 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we can do Absolutely Perfect and everybody can sing a verse.
Okay, good. Perfect.
Ready? Hey, baby, you're the best. Hey, baby, you're the best. Absolutely perfect in everything you do. There's nothing I would change, well, maybe a thing or two. You screw up the TV remote, run the car out of gas. Lord, when you start drinking, you're a pain in the... Hey, baby, you're the best. Absolutely perfect in everything you do. Nothing I would change, well, maybe a thing or two. Now people make faces when you ain't looking. 'Cause the quickest way of getting sick, baby, eat your cooking. Hey, baby, you're the best. Absolutely perfect in everything you do. Nothing I would change, well, maybe a thing or two, Jim. The love of my life, there could be no other. But every single day you get more like your mother. Hey, baby, you're the best. I do want you. Absolutely perfect in everything you do. Nothing I would change, well, maybe a thing or two. Oh, hold on. Tried something in the bedroom, maybe you said it was obscene. And then you sent an email to Allie Breen. Hey, baby, you're the best. Absolutely perfect, everything you do. There's nothing I would change, well, maybe a thing or two. Who's got one?
I got a little something for you. You're pretty and well dressed in your Prada and Gucci, but I just can't get used to that sweet, sweet coochie. Hey, baby.
You're the best. How many times is that coochie today?
We're at 9. Congratulations, everybody.
Coochie. Everything you do. There's nothing I would change, but maybe a thing or two, yeah.
You're up.
It's your show.
Well, I don't want to get myself in trouble here, but I will say this, baby, you are the best. You're absolutely perfect in everything you do, but I've got to get up at 3, and you won't let me go to sleep, and it's already 1:45.
Oh.
Hey, baby. One more time.
Okay, that's creepy.
That's
Hey, baby.
I can't be the only one that made a little sick.
Right?
Hey, baby.
He's making up for the driving one earlier.
We haven't been paid yet. Absolutely perfect, everything you do. There's nothing I would change. Well, maybe a thing or two. Let's go home.
Yes, sir. Roll like a big wheel. Cut like a big knot.
Duke. Duke Tumatoe and the Power Trio. Along with the brass to mouth horns, Jay Young on the sax, Neil Broker on the bari, and let's see. Oh, PJ Yinger on the trumpet. Thank you very much. Joe Maddox on the drums, Bill Ritter on the bass, keyboards, Mr. James Hall. And wait a minute, is that Duke Tumatoe back there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's great, isn't he? Thanks so much for joining us. We're not done yet. We got a couple more things to get to.
No. Let's start with, I need to tell you about the new innovation from Simply Safe.
What's that?
What is that?
Well, it's called 24/7 Live Guard Protection, and it's made possible only by Simply Safe's new Smart Alarm Wireless Indoor Camera Fast Protect Monitoring Plan. If an intruder breaks into your home, Simply Safe monitoring agents can actually see, speak to, and deter them through the camera, warning them that they are being recorded and that police are on the way. That new camera, also the only indoor security camera that can trigger the alarm and instantly deter intruders with a built-in siren. Plus, it can sense the difference between intruders and pets. That's key. And 24/7 Live Guard Protection and the new Smart Alarm Indoor Camera work seamlessly as part of the entire Simply Safe security system, keeping your whole home safe from break-ins, fires, flooding, and more. And professional monitoring at Simply Safe starts at $1 a day. Bob and Tom Show listeners get a special 20% off any Simply Safe system when you sign up for Fast Protect monitoring. That's a huge offer, but it is for a limited time. Just visit simplysafetom.com. That's simplysafetom.com. Remember, there's no safe like Simply Safe.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee. Tens of thousands of great reviews for Simply Safe. Check them out online. We're coming right back. We are live at the Tank in the Arcade, Dayton, Ohio, celebrating 47 years of WTUE radio. Thanks for joining us. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Even though we're not too much to look at, you can also watch the show on our YouTube channel.
Christy Lee is here.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
There's Willie Griswold.
Hey there, y'all.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold with our special guests. And
Thank you very much, Chick McGee.
celebrating TUE here in Dayton.
We're going to celebrate some birthdays in a matter of moments, as a matter of fact. Right now, we want to say special thanks to Duke Tumatoe and the Power Trio. You guys did a great job. See him at the Kingston Mine, Chicago, coming up next weekend. Thank you, gentlemen. Not to mention the brass to mouth horns under the direction of Jay Young. Thank you very much. We have comedian Rob Haney a native of Montgomery County or whatever this is, and Ohio guy. Any other Ohio trivia we need to know before we exit?
Well, yeah, I'll try and make this quick, but I mean, everybody should be proud of their hometown, but Dayton, I think, often gets shortchanged in history, man, and I'm going to give you a few examples.
Okay.
First NFL game ever.
Wow.
You know where?
Where?
Dayton, Ohio. Dayton, Ohio was the first NFL game ever. The Dayton Triangles defeated the Columbus Panhandles 14-0 and 19-20. I actually lost some money in that game. I bet on Dayton, but they didn't cover. Then there's the Enigma Code. Remember the movie, The Imitation Game, and where they're breaking the whole German code, the Enigma Code?
Yes.
Okay, they made a movie about it with Cumberbatch and all that. That was a lot of that was done right here in Dayton, Ohio. You know, I'm not making this up. At NCR, they had the very first calculator. The guy that Turing, the guy who the movie is about, he came and spent
National Cash Register.
Yes,
NCR.
And he came here to study and work on it. They were working on it and helping him. They had 100 waves, Navy waves here at Sugar Creek working on it, which I thought for a top secret thing, that was a little suspicious to have 100 Navy waves in town. But nonetheless, we don't get anything for that. I think I heard you mention this earlier in the show. Cheez-Its.
Cheez-Its
are
invented
from
here.
Dayton, Ohio, although I don't think Cumberbatch's going to do a movie about Cheez-Its. But they could have mentioned that in the movie. My point is they could have mentioned at least once in the movie. They could have said, you know, hey, you got a telegram from Dayton, or how was your trip to Dayton? Nothing. We got nothing. And it still makes me mad, obviously. The pop top on your cans. You pull. Now, not the kind that Jimmy Buffett stepped on,
no.
but the kind you pull off. That was invented right here in Dayton, Ohio. And, of course, the worst one we all get upset about, Daytonians, right, are the Wright brothers.
Yeah.
People have this misconception, and I've seen this. Disney for a while down at Epcot had a thing about the two brothers from Kitty Hawk that invented flight. I watched in Jeopardy one night in the final round. Two of these smart people on Jeopardy answered Kitty Hawk is where the Wright brothers were from. And if you ever read the biography, I think you might have, Tom, McCullough about the Wright brothers, a great biography.
I've read that book, yes.
The Wright brothers built the plane in Dayton, designed it in Dayton, tested it in Dayton, went down to Kitty Hawk, and the people down in North Carolina could not have been nicer to them. North Carolina is one of my favorite states. One of my favorite clubs is in Raleigh. But they on their, this is where they hijacked us, on their license plates it says first in flight. What it really should say is shoved the plane off one of our heels. But because that's what they did. That's all that was participating down there. And my feelings are, you know, hey, if Kitty Hawk, if you want to steal something, take the Cheez-Its. You can be home with Cheez-Its. I don't mind. I want flight back.
Thank you very much. Time now for...
A little loud? That's all right. Today in history.
Let's do some
Tom.
birthdays. The most important one, if I've got this right, 2076, the birth of WTUE Radio. Right.
Yeah.
That's why we're here in Dayton. Congratulations.
2076.
What did I say? Oh, how about 1976? I was getting ahead of myself.
Boy, we were doing so well.
Wow.
I
thinking.
I got to carry the one.
We just fell into a time warp.
Well, we'll come back here and do the show in 2076. Willie will be the only one left alive.
Hey.
Let's see now. Okay. Here I'll make this in the form of a question. Rob Haney.
Yes.
I'll ask you this. 1857. Frederick Louis Maytag was born. Why is he famous?
The washer, the automatic washer, I'm guessing.
The washing machine. Very,
Yes.
very, very, very nice. How about this one? 1906, the birthday of Tom Carvel.
Ice cream.
The ice cream mogul. Very, very good. 1913, Gerald Ford.
He was a president.
He was a president. Very good. Very good. And a football player, University of Michigan. Very
Absolutely.
And you saw him on a ski slope.
I did. I saw him. I did see him.
My dad saw him in the Navy playing basketball.
Oh.
Yeah, very, very nice. Actor Harry Dean Stanton, 1926. Jane Lynch, actress, born 1960. Very awkward introducing Jane to your black friends.
Come on, man.
Happy birthday, 1966, Mr. Matthew Fox. Today, by the way, is Bastille Day.
Oh, you don't want to be in France. Or do they celebrate that in France?
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I think it's a cookout and they drink some beers. I'm
okay.
not sure.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
1881, Billy the Kid shot to death.
By the coward Robert Ford, right?
That was Jesse James.
All right, same thing.
1946. Josh, you're a man of a certain age. I want to see if you know this. The book in 1946 published called Common Sense Book of Baby and Child Care. The author was?
Dr. Spock?
Dr. Benjamin Spock.
He was the guy back in the
Yeah.
At 20 years, and he knows everything about babies.
No, that was Jesse James.
Oh, you're right.
Now, 2008, The Dark Knight premieres. Now, do you know who directed that?
Christopher Nolan.
Christopher Nolan. Very, very good. Very good. Was that the first one that went, if you will, kind of
dark?
That was a real movie. Yeah,
that wasn't cartoon.
Yeah, it was The Dark Knight.
It was Batman Begins and then The Dark Knight. Yeah.
Begins, Dark Knight, and then what was the last one?
Rises.
Now,
and then they say that Joseph JLG, whatever that kid's name is he's going to be Robin or something? Is that what that alludes to?
Yeah. He is Robin at the end there. Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
Okay, this was for you, Christine. 1910, the birth of William Hanna, famous for what?
Hanna-Barbera?
That's right.
Cartoon moguls?
Yeah.
A lot of really good ones. The Occasional Miss.
Yeah.
Oh,
you're speaking of Jabberjaw. Of course.
Yeah, Jabberjaw.
I kind of like Jabberjaw.
Yeah.
Was he a shark?
He was.
Yeah.
He talked like a Three Stooges.
Didn't really do well. Now,
that's funny.
We have to review things we learned on today's show.
Well, I don't know about that.
No, because
I think the only thing that we can remember and never forget is that we really discovered and embraced the word coochie. Yeah.
And how?
Yeah, Joe thought we were giving it away for free.
Time now for things we learned on today's show. What was the precise wording that Roy Wood Jr. used?
When you want to wake up the coochie?
Take that coochie.
Take that coochie.
Yeah.
Because I got to learn how to use it properly.
Go home and use that. See what happens.
Please, I dare you.
Do it on vacation.
Hey, I want to take that coochie to dinner.
Is that how you use it?
You can use it.
You can try.
Yes, please do that.
Yes.
Yes.
Does one address the one with the coochie as the coochie?
Absolutely, Tom. Please do it. Yeah.
She might be a little. It might seem like she's upset, but she's actually turned on.
Right.
Do you go with like a Miss or Ms. or Mrs.? Can it be Mrs. Coochie or?
Sure, Dr. Coochie. Anything's possible.
I don't know. I just think the elegance and the simplicity of just coochie.
I think the ol as an OL about the old coochie.
Yeah.
Say that. That'll get you where you want to be.
Try this. That'll hold you, coochie. That should hold that coochie.
Let's dust off the old coochie.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, it's gonna be a short vacation.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. But the coochie though was the correct term. Okay, I'm glad I know that.
What else did we learn?
We learned that. Let's see. What did we learn? We had a great crowd
Any other
here.
day you jump in and interrupt me.
Yeah.
We learned that TUE's birthday today.
Yeah, 47.
We learned that
47
Josh has a butt plug that he likes.
Yes, we learned about LED butt plugs.
Yeah, that's a real thing, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we didn't think you were making it up.
I mean, and there are multiple colors.
Huh. I didn't know Ellie De La Cruz's nickname was LED butt plugs. How weird is that?
Can you imagine? Can you imagine encountering that?
No.
I mean, would it glow through? It would glow through your
Could
pants.
we not talk about this? And let's end the show on a high, positive note, like thanking all the people that put this together.
If you did that with your new husband, if you had something semi-slinky on and
an LED butt plug.
LED butt plug. He'd get his phone out.
No, he would not. No, he would not.
Outstanding. I'm sorry. It's time for us to say goodbye. And thanks to everybody at WTUE and our great crew for a tremendous job today, of course.
Thank you, fellas.
Of course, our band, Duke Tumatoe.
Duke Tumatoe and the Power Trio and the Brass to Mouth Horns.
Yes.
You can see Duke and the boys. Once again, they've got a special gig coming up in Anderson, Indiana. That's going to be coming up just around the corner. And they're going to have the horn section and everything in Madison County on Sunday, July 23rd. Next weekend, they're at Kingston Mines in Chicago. Roy Wood Jr., Liberty Township tonight and tomorrow at The Funny Bone. Thank you very much for joining us. And again, thanks to WTUE and everybody for helping us out. Happy birthday.
Here, yeah.
Indeed. Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you, guys.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com/contest-rules. Or just scroll down to the bottom of the page and see contest rules. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Michael Rosenbaum and his Smallville co-stars take you behind the scenes of one of the greatest shows of all time.
We're going to watch every episode.
Join us. It's Big Talk.
You remember when I had to shave my head?
Oh, I think I was angry with this one.
On Smallville.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
The scene you did, and this is the one that got me fired. Okay.
What?
Here we go. I love the excursions with me and Welling.
It's everything that Superman stands for.
It's Talkville.
Talkville. We always talk about it. It's a great thing.
The Smallville Rewatch Podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.